My eyes are doing a lot better now. I almost don't need my glasses. For point blank, sausages and mashed potatoes. I think that's fancy. Mashed potatoes would win my heart over. Well, I'm gonna play more NieR until other people show up, and then if we have enough people around, then I will. And then I'll, poll to see if anybody wants to see something else. I was thinking probably between Helldivers, The Binding of Isaac, and NieR, just because I don't. If I play too much NieR in a row, I might get burned out, and if I get burned out, I'll be sad. Because then I'll be trying to finish the game, but only because I'm bored and not because of enjoying it, despite really enjoying the game. I think that's one thing stream has done for me. Is stream has helped it's helped my desire to play through and finish games. Versus before where I might play like one long session and then just quit, or really anything. Oh, that's right. Okay. But I'm glad we've kind of cleared up the... We've mostly cleared up the side quest. So, last time, I said two things. When we started, we were immediately going to check on the wandering couple, and we were immediately going to check on Of Machines and Beasts. So I feel like we should fulfill that idea with starting in the Forest Sensei. Here's the thing, too. I think I remember, now that this bug's happening to me, if he doesn't show up again, I think, if I remember correctly, I saw a YouTube short. It must have been years ago now. Genuinely, like 6 years ago. I think I saw a YouTube short that basically said that they didn't intend or expect for players to run away not wanting to fight him, and as a result, if you do, on PC there's a bug that he just disappears for the rest of the game. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because I wanted to... but I also... If the choice is between killing him and not killing him, I prefer not to. But it seems like he's here. There's this pig. Okay, so he is back. You just have to reload the game. Maybe it was a bug before they fixed it. Hi, Thomas. Rude. No. God, Nines, you're such a jerk. Okay, so he can come back. So if at any point I want to, I can always come back to him. The other thing I had to check on was... in the amusement park. So, we should probably check that. How are you doing, Thomas? My throat is killing me. Hi, Dart Player. How are you doing? It is good to see you. I always run in that head stretch, and I forget how short that alley is. I'm okay. My throat hurts a bit. I think I slipped breathing through my mouth, and I don't really do that. So it caused it to dry out. Have you guys changed your mind yet? They're not even here? Okay, I fixed one quest and broke another. Insistent on reset. Maybe the air in the room was cold, Wes. I'm not sure. I prefer the air in my room being cold, so... Huh, they're not here? Well, that's... problematic. Maybe they're in the village? I'm gonna say it again. I do really, truly feel like the amusement park was too short, even though you revisited the queue a few times. It was just too short, man. But yeah, how was your day? How's you been? Have you had anything good to eat? Make sure to drink some water too. Speaking of, you too on that, Thomas. Make sure to drink water. It's healthy. It's good for you. Drink your water. I was trying to move my camera that whole time. I had completely forgotten that it's not how it works. Is the ladder here? Are they here by chance, or are they just missing? Damn, okay. So the couple is missing. What am I supposed to do, man? I feel like I'm messing these up. Obviously, I'm not gonna reset them. Again, just like, I don't know, the idea of resetting them is ridiculous to me. That's basically killing them. In a world where all androids have is their memory, and otherwise in body they can be functionally identical to others. Like, once you reset them, is that not just death if they don't have a backup? And I'm pretty sure resistance androids don't have backups. Okay, that was kind of satisfying walking in this little groove. That wasn't even intentional.
A2 の戦闘の後でしょうか。肝心の A2 の反応はないみたいですね。なんだろう。
Yeah, item.
解析をお願い。
解析
Data
結
chip
果
A.
夜波特殊指定機体 A2 に関するデータログと推測。
内容は
破損部分が大きく、これ以上の解析は不可。
どうして機械生命体が A2 の情報を。
他にも反応があります。行ってみましょう。
A bunch of other reactions, but okay, they are in the factory. I was gonna say if they kick me out of the factory, I'm gonna be annoyed. That's the one the end. So what's your guys' take on Nines? Do you like him? Do you not like him? Do you think that he needlessly attacks harmless robots? I feel like he attacks... I already put him in a passive mode, except for when we're being fought. And it feels like that doesn't change anything. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I really do feel like it's not changing anything. Alright, that's not true, because he was attacking some robots on site beforehand, so... So there's definitely an improvement, despite it being minimal. Just, I don't know, I guess I put them on defensive so it's only if they attack me, but... You let me from some free stuff, though. Can't say no to free stuff. Damn hair. Couldn't help but smile on a tower smiled upon by angels. That's double smile. I don't... That sounds wrong. Like... I was gonna say literally, or litter. Not like literally, like literally, like literally. Literature, literally. I don't know. I can't pronounce that word for some reason. Hi, Arestrius. How are you doing? Your friend Arestrius, who is not a deer, but a friend. Can I jump down this way, by chance? Have I ever been down here? Yeah, I have. Okay. I didn't realize it was just a second staircase. Oh, that's right. This has the box you have to hack, or whatever you do to open them. You're not a friend? You are a friend. Secretor. Yuri 9X, or RX side. My brain just broke when I read that name. You're a friend, and that's a perk of meeting me early. To totally sound self-important. But if I ever actually become successful, then I can't be like this with everyone, I think. A birthday gift for a friend? Well, what kind of friend? How old are they, and what are you thinking? Interesting. I think I missed one. I don't remember it getting ambushed in here every time. When you're performing in Club Iron Mouse, I can say I knew her before she got big. What is Club Iron Mouse? Or is that just referring to like how big of a streamer Iron Mouse is? I think, to me, that's not possible. She's amazing. He bought a new house with his wife, so I'm looking into housewarming stuff. I see. I read that wrong. I read that he bought a new wife for his house, which would be wrong or guideless. And he's looking to eat healthier, so maybe I make him some healthy snacks with recipes included. True, but if that's the case too, a good thing you could also do is try to make a recipe using some kind of tool. And then you can, you know, like a blender recipe or like a NutriBullet or something like that. And then you can, and then, I don't know if you can afford it, but some, you know, like make a recipe that is healthy and includes a blender, and then get him like a blender, like something in that line using a, you know, something in that line regarding the use of tools. There's a big music event she did with loads of other streamers. Huh. That's cool. Fairly certain this kitchen is already fully equipped. Eesh. I see nothing you can do then, huh? I'd say get him a knife, but if he already has a good knife, then that present will go to waste. And knives are expensive as well. I guess recipes is a good line then. Though it can also be misinterpreted, so it's kind of a... It's a 50-50. Did I miss it? Oh, I think I missed it. His life is well organized enough for the two of them and another couple on top of it. I see. What about crazy sight? Oh. I can't grab that. That's crazy. Imagine if that happened when I had first started playing this game. He's been quite open about the wanting to eat healthier. Well, that's not what I mean. I mean the misinterpretation. You know, just... Make your intentions known. That's what I'll say. Like, it's probably obvious, but you never know, right? The first, like, enemy I ever kills. The evidence of the first, like, boss, I guess. Still my favorite. And he's been quite open with wanting to eat healthier. I don't know how one meant to consume that much chocolate. Or Dutch, every gift comes with accompanied with a deadpan explanation. That's fair. Does the Dutch part also explain the chocolate, or is he just like a huge fan of chocolate? Chocolate over there is supposed to be pretty good, isn't it? Or is that just like an excuse to make Americans buy more Dutch chocolate? That's just him. You could hit him with the reverse gift. I know you're trying to lose weight, so here, have some chocolate. Get him some fancy chocolate. Though that would be like a passe, I guess. In that case, in that regard, it could be a fun joke gift, or it could also be taken as like insulting him on purpose. It's a 50-50. Depends on how good of friends you guys are. No, I'm not saying our chocolate's good in any regard. I'm just saying, was the Dutch chocolate is better than most of the world's chocolate thing like a ploy to get people to buy more of the chocolate, or is your guys' chocolate actually like the best? Oh, I missed it, like here? Oh, I guess it was up here and I didn't go up here for it. That makes sense.
他にデータチップの反応はありませんね。これで最後のようです。
ボット、回収したデータチップを解析後、各チップと照合して。
解析完了。A2 に関するデータを含むデータ。
I don't think I've ever had real
データ
Swiss
チップと
chocolate.
照合。照
I'd
合
hope to
完
have
了。
it someday.
第14次機械戦争真珠湾降下作戦に関する報告書と推
Foreign
定。
Harbor
真珠
descent?
降下
What
作
the
戦。
hell?
僕たちの全世代旧型ヨルハで遂行された作戦ですね。とりあえず目的は達しました。レジスタンスキャンプへ戻りましょう。
Okay, I figured they might ask me to, Honestly, I thought they were gonna have me go farther into the facility again, but I guess we're done here. Bloody expensive Printware on the Swiss? Yeah, but Toblerone has in-country manufacturers, so even though it's Swiss branded, I'm pretty sure we don't actually get Swiss chocolate here. And I think that's mainly the issue. That there's a lot of things in the US where it's like, oh yeah, this is a Swiss company or Dutch company, or like this is a Mexican company, but then you see on the back and it's like made here or made here, and it's nowhere where it's supposed to be. Because here it's all about marketing. Exactly, it's Dutch brewed to make people think it's Dutch, but but the real meaning is that it's not true. It's not true like Netherlands. Heineken, it's just made by people who are Dutch, and in every other way, it's essentially the same. What are these? These are cool. That's a new robot, and I'm gonna read about it. 10. No luck. Bot. Does bot mean it's actually like a non-player? Because that's the like third person I've seen with bot in their tag. Heineken is dishwater anyways. Being brewed in the Netherlands won't save it. Oh, it's fair. If we're talking, like, some Heinekens I prefer over other companies, though. Multi-length medium model. A medium-sized life form that has multiple legs, much like an insect. By emitting energy from the tips of its legs, it can move around as though gliding across the ground. I love that thing. Why do I feel like something's going to attack, though? Every time, maybe it's just the big area, and having fought a boss here in the first place. This is the kind of thing where I feel like enemies are going to drop from the sky rather than a normal. Also, Heineken does a lot of products, doesn't it? It was a boss area. Yeah, that's true. If only I'd love to encounter another boss there. Honestly, I think by introducing Adam and Eve early, it was like kind of intimidating, but they're not actually that threatening. Yeah, Heineken is a great example, I think, of a company that got their products got worse and worse as they added more and more. We found more data from A2. Take a look. It's number 2. It really is her. You know her? Yaha Unit number 2. She's an older model, but the same type as you. You work together. The Pearl Harbor job? Yes. The operation itself was a success, but the Yorha fighters were completely wiped out. The commander was number 2, A2. Have you met her? Do you know where she is? Actually, we have orders from the bunker to destroy her. Late-stage capitalism, yeah. Well, but I think that blaming it on late-stage capitalism, while it is true now, isn't the direct result of it being worse. I think as they spread out into bigger prospects, they had to stretch their quality control, and then quality control is already dipping for price reasons. So it's a combination of late-stage capitalism, the company getting bigger, and trying to spread out into multiple different branches, so to say. She's a deserter. She also wiped out an entire team that was sent to bring her back. A2? No. I'm sorry, Let's go, 9S. A simple gadget? Oh, your talent part.
アネモネさん、A2 さんと何があったんでしょう。
語るには時間が必要なこともある。長く戦っている兵士ならなおさら。
そうなんですね。
9S、あなたも。
え？
あなたにもいつか分かる日が来るかもしれない。
はい。
Our part's for the drone, isn't it? It is. So I just need to find mushrooms and pure waters for pot C. Mushrooms, pure water, and natural rubber for pot A. And I think I'd prefer pot A. Where do you find mushrooms? Like, I got the power part now, so it shouldn't taint. Soon to be getting the other stuff. Okay, what happens if you fuse 2 perfect ones? You get a super perfect one. Do I have space for that, though? Did I sell my plug-in chips, or are they like Romans full? I have space for 1. So I need to just do some other fusions and see if anything good comes out of it. Okay, this goes from 9 to 10 or guide list, but this would go just to 9. So there is an argument to be made to only combined perfect chips. Because this, with the 10, would go up to 11. And create a deadly hand 4, but it costs 11. this goes up to 9, which would mean I'd need 2 more slots, and I have 1 of them, so I need to find a way to save a slot, so to say. And I think I'm gonna get rid of the chain damages again. I don't know. Hidden Rose beating. Oh yeah, you were the one who came back, or you were here a while ago, weren't you? Does it take a lot more space in a ship area, meaning you can equip less chin-ups? Yeah. See, I want to, because a few of the chips I have aren't super efficient. I was just using them. So I'm thinking now I should intentionally look to keep optimized chips so that I can merge these more efficiently. Because if I can find a different combination that lowers, it gives it at least 1 more chip slot, like 1 more plug-in space, then I can actually fit a deadly heal for it. But honestly, maybe it's a melee defense 6 that I'm holding that's keeping me back. I just feel I'm wearing it because it reminds me of the person who gave up, and I feel really bad for her. Also, I'm not gonna forget about this one either. Too many people I help end up just giving up their lives. Who in the chat is free? Lemus on the tree. Who in the chat is free? I can tell you something now. It's definitely not me. I couldn't think of a run for the third line. So I just went with the swapping over to every other line thing for the run. That derailed my thought process. How are you doing, Naji? Okay, I genuinely cannot. Hi, Karma. Oh my god, everyone's here. I genuinely can't find these people right now. It's because I walked away from them. I'm not confident in my ability to win this race until I've got more speed chips. Mysterious letter. I think I can get the coordinates too. I'm okay, Karma. To answer your question. The mysterious letter needed me to have hacking skills. Which I don't... I mean, Nines has hacking skills, but it wasn't working. Unless they mean to have that plugin chip that says that you have better hacking. And then they're like, oh, you are truly skilled, or something like that. But I'm not sure. And also, sorry, to answer, where am I in my run? I have just found Emil's favorite special spot that he's protecting, and I have just met A2 for the first time, so I was trying to figure out what's going on with her. And now I guess I'm just gonna do a main mission now, I think. Here, lurk while you play Ark. What Ark are we talking? Survival Evolved? Ark Knight? I do not know which routes are which. This is my first time playing, after all, so... Get over here. I have some money. Oh my god, it's crazy that these are expensive. He doesn't have very good optimized ones, does he? Now that I think about it. I mean, I guess it's just, that's what we have to expect, right? We just buy them if we want, otherwise we don't do anything with them. Good lord. So many is... I mean, it's 10,000 or 50,000. I feel bad for Emil. I don't know anything about the previous games, and I only know what's been told based on this game, but I feel bad. All weapons suffer. I liked how I gave up on trying to find this place, and somebody had to tell me that if there's a pipe that you can go through, despite me having a hunch there was one, I just couldn't find it. And then the next quest is like, oh yeah, by the way, here's the pipe, just in case you missed it. Hi, Blocked. How are you doing? Oh, okay, so you really aren't supposed to find this place, I think. Emil goes third in Replicant. Based on the story I've heard in this game, I've really felt like that it sounded painful. Also, I will be playing Replicant, so be careful with any spoilers. Please, at least. You got into a Deadlock playtest, you're having a lot of fun? No, this is mainline. Well, yeah, I know this is mainline, but what I mean is that they really did just hand you the entrance to the flooded city. Whereas I thought you were supposed to find it on your own, because there are a bunch of subquests here. So I had somebody tell me, because I was like, oh my god, I'll never find it. And in that case, I could have just waited. What?
この辺りは前回の大戦争の時に地盤が破壊されてしまって町全体が沈下しつつあるんですよね。
The bedrock was bombed out? That's a bit ridiculous, is it not? How was the bedrock bombed out but the city wasn't? Am I missing something? Oh, Kitten, since you seem to know a bit about this game, I do have one question I would like, maybe not an answer on, but just like, if I can reach it right now or not. So, Emil messaged me in the mail and talked about I think it was an underground lake referring to Exotic Fifth. In the spot I am right now, can I reach that?
さっさと倒してお風呂に入りましょう。To be。
アンドロイドは風呂に入る必要はない。定期的な部品洗浄メンテナンスさえあれば問題ないはず。
もう To be は気分ですよ。気分。
I'm gonna lurk now so I don't get spoiled. That's fair. Were you given access to Deadlock through Squint? Or did they just finally acquiesce? Oh, you gave it to Squint. I knew you guys had some kind of interaction with the game. I just wasn't sure which way it was.
2B、9S。
司令官？
緊急指令だ。君たちも知っての通り、我々が保有する空母が補給のために寄港予定だ。しかし、その空母が機械生命体たちの攻撃を受け、交戦状態に入っている。すでに廃墟都市方面に駐留中の全ヨルハ部隊に連絡をしているが、君たちにも援護に参加してほしい。マップデータおよび飛行ユニットを転送する。以上。
Oh my god, we get to do another flight.
司令官。
It's been so long since we've done
本
one
当
of
に
these.
人使いが荒いですよね。
そういうことができる人じゃないとリーダーは務まらない。
なるほど。
Okay. You managed to deadlock from someone on Mint's Discord. So you're still riding the coattails on someone at least. I got access to Deadlock super early. I just haven't played it. I think I did at least. Or maybe I got the code and gave it, or I don't know how it works. Maybe I gave it to someone else. It is a code. that was weird. Oh, we're going into this version again, aren't we? Honestly, I got the mobile thing out of my system super early into my life. So, I'm honestly good. I'm so glad I never have to play a MOBA again, and I'll never have the desire to play a MOBA again given the choice. Oh my.
こちら空母ブルーリッジ2。この通信が届くアンドロイド部隊に支援要請。現在我々は敵軍の攻撃を受けている。護衛艦は大破し、航行不能になった。手持ちの支援機で応戦しているが、押されている状態だ。
They're already sinking, are they not?
こちら空母ブルーリッジ2。付近にいるアンドロイド部隊にも支援を求む。
Oh, I was using the wrong melee attack. I was like, why is this going so slow? I'm so glad I can use my plug-in chips in here. I wonder if you can plug in chips into the flight unit, or if you're just stuck with this for the whole game. I don't want to say stuck with it. It's not like I dislike it.
大型の敵、反応あります。南西の方角、距離 2.8 キロ。
Did they say a large? Oh yeah. No, I refuse. I do not want to. Dude, that's so crazy, because the machines are basically lower tech aliens and they still overthrew them. They're cool as hell though, like regardless. Don't get me wrong.
周囲の警戒に行こう。
ちょっと待って、まだ大型の敵反応が残ってます。
その敵は今破壊したはずじゃ。
こんな大きな敵、どこに？
Oh, it's under us, isn't it? Is that a fish? I'm a seeing Leviathan?
あれ。
Oh, that's cool.
これが機械生命体。
こんな大きいの見たことない。
Oh my god, and also we're on this really weird view where it's like flat but not really flat. I guess I can't dodge while I'm sparing melee attacks.
くそ、EMP 攻撃で接近を防いでるのか。なんとか別の方法で攻撃しないと。
2B さん、衛星レーザーの
Dude,
直
it's
接攻撃
Queen.
承認が下りました。でも敵の発生する電磁波明細で照準が不安定になっています。発生源を突き止めて破壊してください。
Electromagnetic camouflage?
すみません。でも
Honestly, so the logic within electromagnetic camouflage, would it not be even more obvious because it has a different electromagnetic field than the rest of the area around it? Or is it so good that it's camouflaging even itself to match that around it? Overwatch 2 is getting renamed to just Overwatch? Oh wow, are they gonna like, just... I sure hope they just, add back loot boxes and remove all the new characters, haha. The new characters are fine. But it'd be crazy to me if they if, like, they did all of that and then they're just like, oh no, wow, this really is just Overwatch at first. I guess we're just, I guess nothing's really changed, right?
情報を開封して。
巨大機械生命体は320年前に確認されたのが
Oh, this is okay. So this thing was
上
known.
陸後に超強力電磁波攻撃を敢行。当時の戦闘では護衛部隊のレジスタンスが全滅。
つまり
Is
上陸
this
を
what?
阻止しな
Is
くて
this the
は
thing that happened in the
再び
Pearl
殺
Harbor
撃を受け
fight?
る。
その推論を支持。
That wiped out all of the everything. Also, I didn't realize those lasers were actually field hazards. They didn't really seem like it, to be honest. But I guess these missiles are too. And if the missiles can be, then the they should just have a cutscene where you open the game having Old Mercy off and the game just revives. People would honestly hate that, I think. Is it gonna shoot us with a laser by chance? No. Well, I mean, yes, but not the kind of laser I was expecting. Come on, it's time for us to fly inside.
妨害電磁波の消失
Do
を
it.
確
We
認
can
し
do
まし
it.
た。衛星レーザー攻撃着弾します。
Oh? It deflected it?
本体にも電磁波防壁があるのか。
It's got an electromagnetic barrier around all of
苦戦
it.
しているようだな。
This is really cool. Isometric. So it's like 2D, but it's
北部
still,
12市防衛本部か
still
ら
got
派遣され
dimensions
た
to
傭
it.
兵部隊だ。私は隊長の 4B。ここは我々に任せろ。
Yeah, well, that's not true. They don't hate the game in a monetary sense. They'll do whatever makes it sell better. And unfortunately, that makes
増
the
援部
game
隊に
worse
任
to
せま
play.
しょう。僕に考えがあります。場所をポイントしました。そこで合流しましょう。
I do love that we get to have the white jet, because we're still the only one in command of our
ここには
squadron.
沿岸防衛用の迎撃砲が敷設されています。あの怪獣も近距離からの物理砲弾なら EMP の影響を受けずにダメージを与えられるはずです。
了解。
Oh, okay, that's cool. Do I get to use this? Oh, nice flip
僕が
2D.
照準をアシストします。
How am I supposed to aim this?
敵の外壁が分厚すぎてこの砲弾じゃ。
2B 敵の内部に直接攻撃をするんです。
直接。そうか。
そうです。奴の口の中に砲弾を撃ち込んでやってください。
I want to shoot it in the eyes. I can't aim it is the thing. Like I just get to stare at it, and it says manual mode, but it's just kind of floating. Very sick. But actually, we're on shoreline, were we not? So why was our thing floating? We should get rid of the core that was on its face. Oh, big. Uh-oh.
まずいですよ。ここを離脱しましょう。
Oh my god. No, I can counter it. I can counter it. What? Counter.
大丈夫ですか、トビーさん。
Oh my god, Pascal! Quick, we can leave!
あの巨大な機械生命体は過去に廃棄された兵器です。アンドロイド殲滅用として開発されたのですが、制御不能になってしまって、
It wound up going out of
当
control.
時は
Okay,
私
so like
も
probably
機械
after
生命体のネットワークに組み込まれていたから覚えているんですが、上陸した途端に暴走し、敵味方
the
関
moment
係
it
なく
reached
攻
land, it
撃
went
を始
berserk
め
and
たんです
attacking everything in sight. I see.
結局我々も暴走を止めることができなくて、深海に投棄されたのですが、
Like a second one.
再
That
び上
eats
陸
that
を
one.
試みているようですね。そうか。
2B
You
ちょ
know,
っと
just
思い
like
ついたことがあります。
animals
こ
in
こで
Australia.
怪獣を食い止めておいてください。頼みましたよ。
Just make a bigger one that preys on that one. And then when we need to get rid of that one, we'll just make one that preys on that one.
9S が戦線から離脱。脱走兵として司令部に登録することを提案。
ダメ。
God, are you
イエスに
serious?
は考えがある。
He just said he had a plan. He's not leaving. Jesus Christ. I wonder if that's why so many people are considered deserters. Because their pod's just like, oh, he's not directly next to you in the
僕
fight.
は
I guess he's a
空母に
deserting.
搭載予定だったミサイルを使用できないか試してみます。コントロールを妨害されないよう敵の背面にある EMP 攻撃ユニットを破壊してお
Why
いて
do
く
I
だ
have
さい。
to protect Pascal? I'd be really sad if I had to protect him and it went bad. Especially if I was along for this. Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. Oh my god, it's his butt. That's what I'm saying, they literally were just like, oh, I guess you left for half a millisecond, I guess you're a deserter. Like, what the hell? Like, do you really think your troops are gonna succeed if we say that? Like, you're not giving them any way to devise plans, you're just going, oh, you're a deserter if you do anything even slightly different. Did I go inside of it somehow? Wait, can I have a different plot? Oh my god, I can have a different plot. I'll pass on that. I think I like my plot. Oh, still enemies. I don't know why I thought I was in a cutscene by chance. Pascal's so brave for being here despite being a non-combatant. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have to be here, but he chose to come save us. And that will be remembered. Dude, I love these angles, but they're wild. I can't... No. I have to hold two different, I have to hold the swipe attack? Ow. Interesting. The angle is so wrong. In the nicest way possible. Okay, no meleeing that bit. There's so many of these. Like, look at, we could just keep doing this. We're doing fine. Oh, that was the huge missile. This thing's like absolutely titanic. I mean, we already knew that. It was obvious. It just ate it ate an entire cruiser in its mouth.
通信途絶。
墜落したヨルハ部隊の捜索と救援部隊を編成しろ。2B、9S、死ぬなよ。
She really cared. She'd tell us what's going on. The secrets. The true secrets. I know she literally can't. Like, she's probably being observed at all times, but, you know. Oh my god, the scarf was just clipping through her leg. Oh, so it's... Oh my god, it was balanced? So even us destroyed, it can just stand there? Awesome. Is our pod damaged? Is that why it isn't telling them that I'm alive right now? Pascal. I love Pascal. He's such a kind. A Glyph flying class, machine life form with a tank-like machine attached to the bottom section. During combat, the center portion functions as a hangar that can release numerous small flying machines while its main body is capable of firing large quantities of energy rounds. I didn't see it let out any flying units. But this thing reminds me a lot of... There's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. There's actually one episode in Yu-Gi-Oh GX where Jaden has to fight... just this dude who has like a bunch of machines that all kind of look like this. I don't really remember his name, but... Okay, those are guns. It was really cool, man. I love the like baleen whale face mixed with weird body and tentacles. No, I don't. And then I guess that's just the power source on the back, the whole factory. It's like a nuclear reactor, I'd say. Machine life form of extreme size, though, is developed specifically to annihilate androids. However, due to its tendency to also attack its fellow machines, it is eventually discarded into the sea. A part that was initially thought to be its entire body turned out to be merely its head. I thought that was just the head. Causing this Colossus to reach over 1,000 meters into the sky when standing, seemingly invincible due to powerful EMP defenses and thick armor. The unit was eventually destroyed when NieR directed missiles straight into its mouth. The unique units in this game are truly amazing, especially this one. I really like this one. The pod seems fine though, to be honest.
バンカーに通信。こちら 2B。応答せよ。オペレーターより 2B。2B さん、大丈夫ですか？
What about
現在
nine?
ボディチェック中。基本機能に問題は見られず。よかった。それよりも状況を教えてほしい。わかりました。海岸に襲来していた超巨大機械生命体ですが、8時間前の 2B さんたちによる攻撃によって停止しました。8時間も。各地の通信施設が EMP 攻撃の影響で使えなくて、現在復旧が遅れている状態です。データアップロードができなくなっているエリアもありますので注意してください。 9S はどこに？それがかすかなブラックボックス反応はあるのですが、現在地を特定できていません。
Oh
ブラック
god.
ボックス反応があるのなら生きてるはず。 9S の捜索を開始する。司令官に許諾申請を。司令官からはすでに残存ヨルハ部隊の捜索を優先する命令が出ています。 9S さんを
I think I found one that's not
お願い
survived.
します。了解。
Also, I think there's just so much clipping.
ポット付近のブラックボックス信号を検索。
ブラックボックス信号検知できず、微弱なブラックボックス信号の検知には特殊なスキャナーが必要。
特殊なスキャナー？
レジスタンスキャンプで使用実績あり。推奨 レジスタンスリーダーからの情報入手。
了解。
It's so weird not having nines with me. I know I said at some point it'd be cool if you could leave nines behind, but that was a joke. Also, something about this, strangely, like walking up that hill and the way she walked, reminds me a lot of how AI, you know, those people who are like, oh, look at this AI it created again. It made me feel like that for some reason. Maybe it was just like the pace it was going, or maybe it's just that my computer's running faster than normal right now. No anomalies detected in Black Box Single, however, her language core seems to have been damaged. Okay, I think I need to not just run over, I need to find all of the missing. This is my own personal desire. I'm gonna go find all of the missing ones. Which means I'm gonna take it once over again on this area. Hi, Artie. You just got done with work? I just destroyed a giant fish monster. And I'm looking for nines, but specifically I'm looking for survivors. Because we took a lot of casualties. Didn't make it. That's 2 dead. If you're interested, and even if you aren't, here it is. This was one I just fought. It was covered in EMP shielding. It had a EMP sticking out of its butt. And not a giant Undine. However, Undine is very cool, you're so right. And just for scale of size, obviously, the factory on its back shows the second largest, like that's the thicker of the pillars, not like the huge thick one, but the like thickest that isn't that big one. I think those are the pillars we ran around in the factory. For reference, I was in the flight, the thing you fly around that's like 4 times bigger than you, and it was barely reaching the size of the smaller of the orbs. Like you see the orbs on the back and then it has 4 smaller orbs. The flying machine was about the same size, if not a little bit smaller than those tiny orbs. So, looking at its toenail, I was the size of maybe an eighth of its toenail at most. Like, compared to that yellow eye right there, that yellow eye would probably be like 5 times bigger than that plane that I was driving. So, like, even compared to the smallest nose in the middle of its face, even that was bigger than the player model by like twice its size. And that was in the ship you're in, and the ship is like twice as tall as you, which would make that the smallest eye in the front at least probably 5 times bigger than the player character. So that's even bigger than those giant punchy machines that we were fighting on land. Yeah, this thing is over 1,000 meters tall, they said. Also, Artie, you weren't here for it, but I caught a basking shark. It was massive. I like the... I saw something come up. Was that fishing?
終了。
Maybe that was a fishing notification. You know what's crazy? There's a lot of There's a lot of bodies here from players, just as there are from androids. Too much death. Andromet. Dude, I've seen Andromet before. This is his second death that I've found. Hi, Aerith. Did the lemon thing work by chance? I wasn't looking. And how are you? I'm gonna fish a little bit more, I think. Despite it not being moment appropriate. For anyone who's watching the stream, what is the lemon redeem working where it has like a lemon pop up on stream? It should be, but why? It's something about their 3/4. The body of Chad Coxslayer. Okay. Perfect. I didn't attach sounds to it, so I feel so bad for the ones that died, man. I pulled up when we watch again. No, don't worry. It's all good. I wonder if I can catch another basking shark. Wait, I was just standing in a different pose. I had my legs crossed for a moment.
キャッチ ヒット
Dog. Hit dog. It's almost like hito from Spanish, but I know they're saying like hit, essentially. Crisscross applesauce.
キャッチ
I don't know. I consider crisscross applesauce to be something when you're sitting rather so than when you're leaning it on something. But I guess that's kind of up to the person, is it not? Aerith, you're gonna have to pay for all those windows, you know? Gomi. I don't know Gomi. I still need to... you know what, maybe I should actually put effort into learning Japanese. Attire. Can I time out Artie with the redeem? Yeah, you can, I think.
キャッチ
Oh, a starfish! Oh my god, a gifted sub for Drop Dead Gothic? That's actually a crazy name. I like that. Having out a mod demods them. Oh, does it?
報告成功
That's okay, we can just remod Artie. Wait. Oh! Okay, hold on. Artie, forgive me for the timeout again. I'm gonna have to time out. Because I just learned something. So the reason it unmods then is because a timeout is considered a ban. It's considered a temporary ban, but it's still considered a ban. So I just tried to... So while Artie's timed out, I tried to add mode back, and it said, Artie is banned from the channel. You must unban me before granting mod status. And then when I typed in unban, it said it removed the timeout. So it considers timeouts to be temporary bans, which I guess coding-wise is easier. But I also feel like maybe it should be its own thing so that it doesn't remove mod status. On the bright side, it doesn't actually show up in the ban list for, like, if you click on the user, but it does show timeouts. And okay, mod. There you go. Okay, it should be back. Yeah, we learned today. I knew that it unmodded them, but I didn't realize that's the reason it considered that way. So I guess for the future, we probably should say no to timing out mods, just so that I don't have to re-not them. Oh, that's true. You don't want them to unban themselves. That does make sense. Hi, Patrick. Was that a machine starfish or an actual starfish, by the way? I know it's like been forever since we actually just saw that starfish, but keep in mind who the mod is, aka me. True, Artie is not the kind of person who would do anything bad. And more to time out, except for that point redeem one. And then even then, even if Artie did, it would have to be like a manic moment, or having, like, something that's so nice. You could, I genuinely don't think you can tighten up the streamer. You don't know the commands off the top of your head, that is so true. Artie, get to it. Time to tighten on that for a minute. It would be funny if you could time out the streamer. Brain machine. I was wondering if you guys knew if I caught a machine starfish or a regular starfish. I guess in a way that's kind of like the end of stream now that some streamers have. That's true. What is that? A pod? You can fish pods up?
報告。何らかの理由により、セーフモード状態で登記された模様。
再起動と所有権の上書き確認を。
起動確認。アクセス成功。所有者の上書き登録成功。特殊兵装が使用可能。
What? Wait, you're telling me one of the pods is just randomly in the ocean? And that if you're not fishing, you'll just never find it, ever? Also, you cannot pay 2,000 points to time yourself out, because the redeem specifically says time someone else. But time out someone else, specifically. Also, Artie, you need to time out. I need you to time out Undead, because they asked to get timed out. I'll do it this end, but you can. Oh yeah, you can time out with your alt account. That's fair. I'm okay. That's okay. I did it. How did I just slip like that? Okay, well I'm still fishing, so.
釣りを開始。
Yeah, oh, okay, it fixed itself. I can't believe there was a third pod in the ocean. See, guys, this is why you fish. You might think, oh, fishing is useless, fishing is boring. Is that a mackerel machine? Oh my god. Okay, I was missing a lot of stuff in the ocean. That's okay, Artie. Dude, this thing is so cool now. I love fighting it.
報告。成功。
You must fish to become OP. Writing a manga, Lemis woke up to find herself inside of an android, and is fishing to gain power, or something like that. I had a really good name for it, and then it kind of flew out of my brain after the first half. I wonder if I'll slip off if I stop this. Yeah, that was extremely surprising to me. I didn't even know there was a third pod. I knew there was a second pod, I think, but I thought you could have two pods shooting at once behind you. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I just saw a clip where I saw Nine's pod shooting as well. Oh my god. Everyone's gonna be like, Nine's is dying right now. And in danger, and I'm just here like, haha. Hey Nines, look what I found while I was fishing. Haha. Hey Nines, I know you were in deathly danger, but hey look, I found this pod. I was fishing, by the way. Did you know that while you were in mortal danger, I was fishing? I love fishing, Nines. Fishing is worth more than your life, Nines. All that.
成功
Back roll machine.
終了
Oh no, no, stop! Why did it cancel my fishing? It canceled my fishing. An animal-loving android heard to go laughing merrily somewhere very dark. Ganon, Super Ganon. Oh my god, it's Super Ganon! Dude, I don't know how these people are dying. I mean, no, that's not true. I need to remember that there's a game mode where everything one-shots you. That's how they're dying. I shouldn't treat them all like they're really bad at the game. They're probably just playing the really high difficulty. Picture bucks.
僕はもともとは大昔に兵器として作られました。ありとあらゆる
It's a picture book? Interesting. I don't want to be sad again, so I'm not gonna rewatch that. Hey, look, the basking shark. I want to catch another one, but I don't know if I can. Machine life form resembling a mackerel, like the regular mackerel, it has negative effects on androids when consumed. Fortunately, it only makes their bodies itch all over, so things certainly could have been worse. Wait, so you're telling me that androids are allergic to mackerel? It's not so much they're poisonous. Well, I guess they're specifically allergic to machine mackerel. They're not allergic to normal mackerel. It's just so normal mackerel's poisonous and machine mackerel's an allergen. I used to draw everything.
報告
Artie, I have a challenge for you. Draw the scene you see in front of you. Draw the scene with the machine in the background. Don't include 2B. That's right, you're Grok now.
報告
Artie is my new AI agent. Except by artificial, it's instead of AI meaning artificial intelligence, it means actual intelligence because they're an actual person. You can eat a mackerel and promptly die as a joke ending? I didn't even think about eating fish.
報告成功
I didn't even think about eating fish. Artie's images, yeah. Hey, Artie, draw me a wonderful... I'm sorry, this is gonna be really butchered because I don't actually know how people talk to AI. Artie, imagine you were Van Gogh, but in the modern age, and you were really good at painting, and you wanted to draw this beautiful landscape. Make sure to embellish it and add painter's streaks and...
成功
Yeah, oh. Yeah, do that. And horseshoe crab. Okay, I was definitely missing a lot of stuff in the ocean.
キャッチ
I cannot believe it's catching water fleas, though. Jokes aside, though, don't use AI, please. Like, literally, just don't use AI, please. I beg you guys. If it's unintentional, there's nothing you can do about that, but, you know, don't use Grok, don't use ChatGPT, don't use Copilot if you can avoid it, please. But Van Gogh had really bad depression, and I think they even said he might have had some actual, like, schizophrenia or the likes. Or bipolar disorder. I'm not 100%. Now, gee, if you want that, you'll probably have to ask I, because I think I is more willing to do those things. Well, they wouldn't draw it, they would commission it. I is a freaky person. I being I can play. Who's also an AI. Not literally an AI, but their name has AI in it. Speaking of which, I really haven't seen I around that much. It feels weird to draw. Exactly. I mean, some people don't have those same sensibilities now, Artie. Some people are just like, oh yeah, you know, they're a person, but I don't care about the person. I care about the VTuber model or something like that. So, you know, everyone has different sensibilities. Yeah, I don't know, even man. It's not that you can't do it, you just won't. I respect that. Thank you. Is this thing gonna catch something? I want to throw it all the way up there because I'm thinking maybe being past that like depth line is actually giving me different fish, but I could be wrong. I just want another basking shark, and I don't know if I can, maybe I could only get it over in that quay. I did like the horseshoe crats, though. Big fan. What a story, I've made a chatbot to keep saying kill with every interaction back then. Oh, hey, it's a two-phase. What the fuck is that? That fish had two heads, guys. Oh, it's a machine horse crab. Was that saying new life form, by the way? Is that what the pod said? Yeah, but those chatbots weren't the same thing as AI, and a lot of people, like, mistake that. Like, they were quote-unquote language learning modules because they learned what you said and responded as such, but they weren't, you know, in the same vein. Horseshoes and a goat in evolution, yeah, the goat is vaccinations, I think, too. And medicine. I'm glad we found an artificial replacement for horseshoe blood, though, because they were gonna go extinct if we didn't. Also, again, guys, are we gonna just ignore the fact that that fish had two faces? Having banders is fine. You know, Nudgy is a freak. Nudgy is a freak and thinks of impure things. Extinction is part of life, but there's an argument to be made about natural extinction versus accelerated, like, or man-made extinction. Accelerated man-made extinction, I guess I would call it. Whereas it's like, yes, all life does eventually go extinct, but that is not a good enough argument to be made about us personally accelerating the extinction rate of animals. Yeah, we are natural, but when we refer to the word natural, we're not saying it like that. We're saying it like how a species would die off naturally without our intervention. Because we are an anomaly into the natural balance of the ecosystem. Exactly, dodo birds would have eventually gone extinct, but they would not have gone extinct for most likely thousands of years. Unless something like a cat showed up, which we artificially brought over. And then people would argue, oh well, we didn't cause them to go extinct, cats went to cause them to go extinct. But that's the same thing as, like, blaming a gun. I was gonna say blaming a gun instead of a person, but then that's gonna say bad things, and people are like, oh, so you're pro-gun or anti-gun or something, and I don't really want to get political about that. And then there's, like, the whole argument whether it's like, it's not about the gun, it's about the person, and it's, you know, you can still, like, you can blame the gun and the person at the same time. Anyways, that's the whole point. I'm not gonna go into that. But, you know, the cause of, like, for instance, dodos going extinct was specifically caused by a person, regardless of what they used to make them go extinct. Because you could argue that it was unintentional and they didn't use cats to make them go extinct, but they were the ones who brought the cats and directly are responsible for it.
捕獲失敗。
Now, gee, at this point, any species that isn't directly in the survive or die situation anymore, which humans have definitely evolved past the fight and kill to survive, etc. Like, we have evolved past survival as a concept at this point, essentially. Like, we still have to survive, but we don't have to survive like every other creature does. And as a result, I would consider that we are, yes, out of the ecosystem. You could say that we've evolved past it. I think that's one of the arguments people make for like aliens and stuff like that. They're like, oh, well, humans are outside of the ecosystem and are basically an invasive species for the entire world. Therefore, they must not be from the world, and aliens placed us here, or something weird like that. I think I remember hearing something like that from the History Channel a while ago. Giant pandas and koalas can go extinct. Respectfully, I think we screwed it up. I think we screwed both of those up ourselves, too. I know some species, I think partially we're to blame for a lot of species going extinct, but we're also preventing some species that would have naturally gone extinct from also going extinct. I don't like koalas personally, but I also think that they're in a situation where they don't really have that many predators, and they're like, most of the time they're dying to like gonorrhea, I'm pretty sure. Or like falling out of a tree drunk, than they are actually dying to predators. So you could argue that by making them go extinct, it'd be our fault. It's actually crazy for how dangerous Australia can be for a lot of species that koalas are they're just wild. I wonder why they only eat eucalyptus if it makes them drunk. Maybe it's a direct result of most koalas having, like, STDs. I don't think I can catch another basking shark. If it's a unique fish, do you think... you know, like if it's an exotic fish, do you think you can only catch it once? Koalas aren't really smooth-brained, it's just that the eucalyptus gets turned directly into, like, alcohol in their system, I'm pretty sure, so they're permanently drunk. To exist, koalas have to be drunk. And that makes them stupid. I mean, animals in general are already not... You know, you wouldn't really call them smart. But... you get the point. Okay, I don't think I've been able to find another basking shark, by the way. There's Tasmanian tiger productive reason for extinction when the farmers that'd be blamed for poultry death. But it was, in fact, other rival farmers who just sabotage and murder their competition. True. How far can I send this? It goes all the way out there, but I don't think I've ever had a fish get pulled on that line. Maybe it's too far for me to hear and I just have to stare at it. It is really hard to see. That you literally can't hear it. Oh, you can catch more of the same fish. Okay, so it is entirely possible. I wonder if I can only find the basking shark over here. Dude, Tasmanian tigers are so cool. I hope it's one of those situations where we just haven't found more and they like re-evolved or something like that. Because I know some species can re-evolve. Yeah, well, I would imagine koalas have pretty smooth brains considering their diet for so long has consisted of them having to evolve to adapt to the fact that they're permanently drunk. I mean, to be fair, you have to have a unique style of brain configuration to be able to survive being permanently drunk your entire life after every meal. I just realized, are there like 2 different fishing pools in this location? Like, are the fish I was catching over there in a different, like, loot pool than the fish over here solely because I'm, like, farther into the ocean here? Or, we know? Just be built different? I don't know. Even humans suffer from being drunk all the time.
報告新
I
鮮
want to catch one of the fish I haven't seen over here, and then I'll be fine. Because I'm wondering if this is a different pool of fish. But if I find a seahorse, not seahorse, if I find like a Lucine mackerel or a two-face or a horseshoe crab over here, then I will just leave.
報告新鮮
But I just, like, I'm thinking about it, and I don't think I saw any blowfish on the other side over there. Like, maybe a blowfish machine once, but... Okay, so now I have to go through all the items, and, like... Now that somebody said you can eat the mackerel, I think I remember seeing a short about that a long time ago, too. I did consume a bit of... NieR Automata media when it first came out in the form of YouTube shorts, but I do tend to... I have a hard time forgetting things, so I was kind of destined to never forget them, but the best thing I can do is compartmentalize them into a spot that I never, like, really think about, even to the point where playing the game I don't remember them, and then I only, like, actually remember having seen a short about it after people have mentioned it. While his brain is so smooth that if the eucalyptus list doesn't have a branch stick, they wouldn't consider it as food. I wonder how the brains of people with auto-brewery syndrome look like to average adults. I would imagine it, since it's not a whole species and it hasn't been a long time, and it's just unique in one person, they might have some brain damage related to the same things as heavy alcoholics. But other than that, I would imagine it's fine. Also, I'm glad that auto-brewery syndrome is becoming something that people are more aware of, so people who actually suffer with it aren't just considered to be alcoholics. Because I know of one situation that somebody was in when they used to be an alcoholic, and then everyone just thought they fell back into alcoholism, and they were swearing on their life that they weren't drinking, but alcohol kept showing up in the system, so they just thought they were hiding alcohol the entire time, until it eventually came to light that they had auto-brewery syndrome. And I can't imagine how that must feel to be someone who tried so hard to avoid alcoholism just for it to accidentally be forced upon you.
報告失敗
And then having no one believe you because previously you're an alcoholic, and alcoholics are known to do things to just, you know, hide alcohol and the likes. Though I also think it's not fair to say that just because some alcoholics are willing to be desperate like that, that all are.
ヒット
Yeah. Well, so there's auto-brewery syndrome is essentially having it's either in your stomach or your gut biome having bacteria that having yeast that aren't being taken out by your system that turn sugars and carbohydrates into alcohol. For instance, I unfortunately had the experience of reading a Reddit post somebody mentions like a few weeks ago where they said their friend would boof yeast to try and give themselves auto-brewery syndrome, and they ended up actually doing it, even though it ended up being a disaster. Because in the gut biome, it's significantly stronger and causes more issues than it would in the stomach. Though, I think I do remember it's something about the liver too. But the liver, like the genetic versions versus yeast disorder, or yeast problems is significantly rarer.
捕獲失敗
And sometimes fish just don't want to bite. It sounds ironic, yes, but you know, I don't think it's alcoholics are victims in their own right. Even if they are like abusive on alcohol and etc. and they cause victims, that doesn't like
捕獲
oh,
完
yeah, there it
了
is, okay. Okay, so this definitely has a different pool. But, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, they are a victim to alcoholism, and then they cause victims because of alcoholism, And you can't, you can forgive them for their alcoholism, but you shouldn't forgive them for the problems they cause for others while being an alcoholic. But then when it comes to something like auto-brewery syndrome, where it's not even their choice at that point, and then they're definitely suffering. And especially if somebody's trying, like, very clearly and obviously trying to make a change in their life for the problems they used to had, then I think it is unfortunate, and while ironic, it is a sad thing to see. I mean, again, Nudgy, it's a genetic thing. For some people, alcoholism and drugs and stuff like that can be as simple as one single mistake of trying it. For others, it's a different story. But there are some people in the world who just can't. Like, some people might take a drink or two and then suddenly their brain caves more, and they, like, the one mistake is just continuing to drink.
反応終了。
Okay, that's enough fish. And I'm not, and like I said, that's not everyone. There are plenty of situations where people might just abuse that, but I think it's hard to tell when and then a lot of people use it as an escape from their life. An odd fish with heads at both sides of its body. However, it only looks like this during the first year of its life. Once it matures, the largest head becomes the actual head, while the other just gives up and becomes a tail instead. That's wild. An arthropod that lives in shallow waters, the shells are used by some female androids to cover their chests in a sort of fashion statement. A machine life form resembling a horseshoe crab, the shells are used as shoulder pads by some male androids because of good taste and is apparently not a prerequisite for good fashion. So true. Debbie. Okay, Artie. I'm gonna go save and I'm gonna go eat a mackerel. And then I'll eat a robot mackerel, because I am quite curious. I feel bad for her. At least, we could have at least dragged her out of the water. Are you alive, by chance? Oh, I would have missed you. Where am I? Androids are weird men using fish as clothes. I know, they're just trying to be human in some way, I guess. Don't worry, I sent out a rescue signal to the bunker. They're currently searching for a missing Yoho unit designation 9S. Should you possess any information on the subject, please disclose it at once. The pod is so wild. Sorry, I have no clue. That's okay, just stay here and wait for backup to arrive. Nobody over here by chance? Oh! What happens? You got hit by an EMP blast. I don't remember anything. Don't worry, I sent out a rescue signal to the bunker. We're currently searching for a missing Yoho unit designation 9S. Should you possess any information on the subject, please disclose it at once. I'm sorry, I don't know anything. That's okay, just stay here and rest. That's brutal, the EMP blast being able to wipe out memories. Also, I completely missed Razaket's message on that. Hold on, I'm sorry. I have to go up. When did this happen? This was like right when we were time for the properly died mackerel joke. Razaket subscribing for the 13th month, and I think the first person to subscribe for a 13th month. Even Machine doesn't mackerel too. Like 9S, I guess, with his rant about how even though androids don't need bats still feel good, which is interesting to me because you would think that they wouldn't include like physical senses with the robots to prevent them from feeling too human. A hollowed-out doll saw a machine in love with humans underground. But there are some things, like why do they have taste if they don't have... And how can they eat things if they don't have, like, stomach and organs for that? A dreamy child saw a bluebird at a place of memory. I take those up for the money. I'll be honest about it. I don't want to miss anyone. Because if I do, then they're dead. And that would be... not good. But I wonder if they're only on the, Do you think there, now that I've found some unique fish, do you think there's any unique fish in here? I'm really curious slash stubborn. I thought of my many friends at a garbage dump. Good for you, buddy. Do you think the like super hardcore mode is supposed to be how how androids actually are, where if they take one hit and they get damaged and then and they die essentially? Also, hi Melody, how are you? Artie, welcome back. I caught a basking shark. I cannot believe you missed it while you were gone. You know, you say that, but then I don't dislike. No, you know, I'm not even gonna say that. I hate Dragon Ball. So, I don't like how I don't like the style, I don't like the pacing, I don't like the story. So, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's almost like you never see the Buglers at the same time. Artie, are you a basking shark? Yeah, hate is a strong word, but it's a direct result of having so many, like, Dragon Ball fans shoving it down everyone's throat. Like, eventually I just got so sick of it that it started disliking the medium they were referring to. It's kind of the same with JoJo's, honestly. Like, I liked JoJo's, at least the first and second. But then, so many people just kind of shove it down your face that you know, it's obviously like a internal logical fallacy, but it's like I just dislike it now. And I did try watching Dragon Ball, but god man, the pacing is wretched. And it's just, I don't know. All I can say is it's just really not for me. I don't hate the community. Alright, no, I do hate the community. Not our community, but the Dragon Ball community. Sometimes they can be really uplifting, like moments where the creator of Dragon Ball died, didn't they? And in that moment, having people draw for them was really pretty and beautiful, but yeah, I couldn't get into Attack on Titan or Naruto either for pretty much the same reasons. Though Attack on Titan was really interesting because at first it was a really popular show with like a majority of the anime community, and then eventually it kind of became like the incel show, and I don't know why. Like, it's a show that like every incel I've ever met has watched and praised it. Oh yeah, Mashal or whatever it's called. That one was interesting premise, but I think so Mastle very much was like, what's the so it's obviously made by the same person who did One Piece, but what's the name of Mob Psycho? It was kind of like Mob Psycho, but the muscle version, but then instead of pacing it interestingly, I mean, Mob Psycho was not really paced super interestingly either. I don't know. All three of them have this like power fantasy attached to them, like it's a regular person, but they're extremely powerful and people doubt them everything. It's kind of almost like Wuxia and Jonja, but it's different guys. Well, regardless, the point is, they were, you know, they have this power fantasy. Maybe that's why it feels so much worse than the other two. But One Punch Man had a power fantasy to it, but I think they actually really paced that well. And then Mob Psycho, it wasn't as paced well, but then Mashal, if it is different guys, that doesn't really change my opinion of it. Vassal was like pure power fantasy, and actually I think was lacking a lot in story. It felt like how you have really good isekai, and then you get like a B-rated isekai that's just slop.
捕獲
It felt like
完了
Vassal was on the slop side of things. Yeah, but you can have good comedies. That it was less. It didn't. It felt like a slog level. Like if you know, like how you get like a bunch of isekai that are really good, so then you just get a bunch of people like pumping out stories of it, and suddenly you've got a bunch of really bad ones. But it's like, hi, my mom reincarnated with me, and she's a 2-hitter or something, whatever. Like that one. I actually haven't watched that one, but like the name of that one just implies that it's swap. But I won't judge it specifically because I haven't, but the name is slop. Honestly, I think too many people are so obsessed with the power fantasy that they don't actually do it properly, and it's just really boring because it's just like, oh hey, look, I'm really powerful, and then they're like, oh, here's bad guy with no personality and flawed, and no flaws, no personality, they're just bad to be bad, and then they're like, oh, the good guy saved us. All the side characters can't do anything because they're all too weak, but the good guy's so overwhelmingly powerful. And then everyone loves him because he did this thing, and it's like, am I courting death? Are you courting death?
ヒット
You dare to look at me, Lord of the Nine Paths of Women,
終了
like that? Your arrogance. You're courting death.
Yeah.
Stand than that. I like Fire Force, including the Fire Cat Girl, but the fan service doesn't. It's so outputting, it doesn't fit. I know. Lucky. It's basically like the Lucky Chloe, Lucky Cat. Like, making a character whose whole thing is that they're a walking disaster of fan service is just not interesting to me. It's really off-putting, actually. Do I eat the tire? Now I want to see what fish I can eat. Wait, did I not catch a mackerel? I didn't catch a real mackerel. Oh my god, hold on. I don't know. I think a lot of people say that like fan service is something ingrained into it and that. But then there's like this fan service and then there's like what we see a lot where some shows are just yeah, I don't know. It's just I dislike that. Then especially when it's a show that's actually got some prospects and rather decent. I'm sorry that we're going back to fish again. I need to get a mackerel, apparently. I thought I caught one, but I just caught a bunch of mackerel machines. I spent like an hour fishing. Maybe like half an hour. I don't actually know. Maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. I do really want to see Fire Force. I kind of stopped. Oh, hey, it's a mackerel.
終了
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go save now. I don't know. It's one of those things, right, where Fire Force, it has good things about it, and I did like the beginning of it when I did watch it. But what really makes you want to watch it is apparently it's a prequel to Soul Eater, or at least it's in the same universe. Like a soft prequel, I guess you could say. And that's interesting to me, because I guess it makes sense, because they said there's like witches, didn't they? And maybe it's a soft prequel, as in like it's in universe before the. It's like right when stuff got started on haywire and like emotions started becoming more important and stuff. Yeah, and I liked Dr. Stone in the beginning, but when it just became this like ridiculous, like, oh look, here's this like beast of a man that we just woke up who wants to gain power, and then now we're gonna have to fight them, and then just got more and more and more ridiculous over time, and it went from being this cool like stuck in the future that's actually kind of the past thing to being like, oh, it's okay, it's basically like a science power fantasy. It's like it's almost similar to Geet, how Geet was like that is it the JDF? But they were, you know, it was basically just to hype them. And I don't mind that personally because I mean you can't really do anything else. But you know, it was kind of that feeling of like, because they were like, oh yeah, the military's so great and they're so powerful compared to these like backwards people who are still using knights and magic or whatever. And then Dr. Stone feels the same way, where it's basically like, oh, look at these primitive people, but here's Stone himself who, like, you know, knows everything and is just, like, really, I guess, autistic for a minute. Your girlfriend keeps trying to introduce you to Steins Gate and Clanad. Now, Clanad is a really a dubious one. It is considered to be quite good, but it is dubious. Steins Gate is supposed to be one of the best anime ever made. I haven't watched it personally, but that was its title like 10 years ago was the best anime ever made, and pretty much everyone agreed. Okay, time to eat the mackerel. And then consumed the mackerel. It didn't take long for the android's body fluids to congeal. Muscle rigidity and paralysis soon followed. It was good, though. The android thought as conscience tainted. Exquisite, even. No wonder humans used to eat them. That's funny. That's really funny. Oh no, I'm dropping frames. We got ending K! Yay, mackerel! Everything's okay. I am drinking Arizona iced tea. Mine is the best flavor. Also, I will be walking back. There is indeed an ending for each letter in the alphabet. I have 3 of them. I have endings T, ending U, and I think it's endings T, U, and T.
バンカーより 2B さんへ。こちら 2B。実は各地のアクセスポイントが壊れてしまったみたいで、超巨大機械生命体の EMP 攻撃の影響みたいです。もし移動中に壊れたアクセスポイントがあったら修復をお願いします。了解。
Well, I just remembered somewhere I can go. Okay, so 100 different endings. The joke is a game that came out last year and has 100 different endings. What? Does 100 lines actually have 100 endings? Okay. Pod B has Am Shield. Maybe we give these shields Am and P shields, and then we just use laser here. Oh, that's weird. You can take away their abilities. It branches off to 100 different endings. Well, this would be Gold Deep Roger in One Piece, but instead of One Piece Shoot has hidden the one frame. Very funny. Yeah, but well, that's the problem. Fan service isn't only suggestive stuff, but that's what people reduce it to. And it's not the fans reducing it to that. It's the production reducing it to that. The fans are only using suggestive stuff as fan service because that is the most common form of fan service by a mile. So by referring it to that, everyone knows what you're talking about, even though it means other things. For it to change in meaning, like the fan service people actually want, then the producers have to stop making all fan service suggested. Okay, anyways, which ones are out? The NieR Factory is out. Is it just the one near the factory and the resistance camp? Works for me. I love some leveling as fan service, yeah, but that's in the form of aura finding, and that's not disruptive. But at the same time, we would call that something different because currently fan service almost exclusively is referred to for suggestive things. Just because of the sheer amount of times it's used in the majority of stuff.
アクセスポイントの修復完了。
Okay. Like seeing red in another Pokemon game is the secret fight. Yeah, that's really cool. By the way, I have to say, and people might disagree with this, but I personally, or no, I guess you can't disagree with it since it's my opinion. I mean, you can disagree with the opinion, but you can't disagree with the fact that it's my opinion. You know what I mean? By far, my favorite Pokemon game that I ever played was Soul Silver. I've played Silver. In fact, Silver was my first game. Or was my first Pokemon game.
Yeah.
And I've played, like, Gen 3 was... Generation 3, I think, Gen 2 and 3 regions, at least, are some of my favorite. But the Soul Silver Heart Gold games, with the addition of the Pokewalker and, like, truly like, defining what a remake should be, was absolutely astounding. I think that's also why people were so disappointed with the Diamond Pearl remakes, because the Soul Silver Heart Gold remakes were astounding. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I think that, or maybe it's the other way around. Those games they weren't as amazing, but they were still quite stupendous. And then you got the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and they were a nightmare. They decided for some reason that they wanted to try a unique new style instead of just, like, really going for it, and instead of using the strengths of Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, they kind of ruined it, honestly. Silver is Lugia, yes. Fire Red and Leaf Green. Now, you can't... I mean, so technically Fire Red and Leaf Green are remakes of Red and Blue and Yellow, but I wouldn't technically call them that, and I don't think it's fair to call them that. Or maybe are they remakes of Gen 2 or Gen 1? I don't remember. But it was too early for it to really be considered a remake, to be honest. I genuinely think it was too early. Yeah, those were remakes of Gen 1, because you got Squirtle and Charmander and stuff. Speaking of which, I used Squirtle. Squirtle's the goat. I got Fire Red and Leaf Green. I played all through Fire Red. Yeah. But I genuinely think that it was too early for remakes to really count as remakes. Like, it was basically... Like, it was a good necessity because Gen 1 was a nightmare when it came to game production. But... See, no, again, like... Just, like, it literally... you take things way too literally. It is quite literally a remake, yes, but it's not, like, a true remake. Like, there's an essence to the word of remaking a game, and just because they took the same game and remade it isn't the same as making a true remake. Literally, the words mean it, yes, but it's the same thing as League of Legends redoing the character, but they're just like making a brand new character and replacing the character they have. That's not a remake, that's just a redo. It's the same thing as like modded Minecraft. There's like Vanilla Plus is technically modded Minecraft, but when you say Vanilla Plus, it has an entire different meaning to actual modded Minecraft. Because when people think modded Minecraft, they don't think like Skyblock, which is technically a mod. They think like all the Mod 7, or, you know, create packs and stuff like that. They don't think like, oh, Minecraft, but you have like a fishing add-on or something. Or like maybe you have a few extra biomes. And that's kind of what Fire Red and Leaf Green are. They're like Minecraft Vanilla Plus. Versus Soul Silver and Heart Gold, which were more like a create pack or something like that. Like there's a remake where you just directly remake the game, and then there's a remake where you re-explore what you meant a game to be. Hello. You two are twins? I like these two. They remind me of the twins in Rise. They're very pretty. I like the flowers. Also, you might notice that I have a weakness for bob cuts, which I agree with 2B, even though hers is really interesting. It's not like super straight, but it is still at level. So my favorite is the one on the right. Anyways, let's saw some stuff. It's actually kind of fitting time-wise because Nintendo was already gonna do remakes. Yeah, okay. But that's the thing, I do think Bond should get a cut in Tekken. Dude, I love Bond. Bond is such a great character. I'm excited to see him coming to Tekken 8. Oh, these are what, 10,000? That's insane. But, yeah, so I do think that Red, Blue, and Yellow Gen 1 in general needed a remake just because of how it was their first game and the code felt like it was kind of rust and everything. And that makes sense because they had to like put a game out and it wasn't as popular. And I think it was right of them to do like a remake kind of for the games to, you know, truly fix them compared to what they were and how broken they were. And, you know, Gen 3 is having a lot better of like a forefront on what the games are supposed to look like and how they were supposed to act. But, you know, it's the same thing as Pokemon Eevee or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. Like, those are also remakes of first gen, but they're entirely different. But it was still a remake. So despite using the same word, there are different tiers to remakes, and I feel like, you know, you could even say like a soft or a hard remake. And I feel like Fire Red and Leaf Green were more soft remakes. More out of necessity and less out of innovation. Should I be selling the mackerel? Oh, interesting. Okay, that's a fast way to do that. I'm just gonna get a bit better vision so I don't actually sell anything that's important. Two-Face are cheap. I guess they're not, like, super exotic. Okay. So, let's see. That being said, my favorite Pokemon is X and Y, but that's also just because it was the first Pokemon game I legitimately owned without sailing 7 seas. But, so, Silver and Heart Gold are good. I've Soul Silver and Heart Gold are good. Might BRB for a bit. If I don't come back, I hope you have a wonderful last year's stream. Thank you, Artie. I really appreciate it. There's no expectation for you to come back. If you need to go, you can. Don't worry about it. More so, thank you for being here.
何か用か。微弱なブラックボックス信号を検知できる特殊なスキャナーを探している。
特殊なスキャナー。ああ、奴らが作っていた機械か。
They are twins.
ちょうど遠征から戻ってきているな。 そのあたりに赤い髪のアンドロイドがいるか
Already
ら
did.
そいつに聞いてみろ。トゥビ、赤い髪のアンドロイドは、いや、なんでもない。
They're deserters, aren't they?
なんだお前。
そんないきなり喧嘩腰はダメじゃない、デボル。
ポポルは不用心すぎるんだよ。
ごめんなさいね。何か
Okay,
ご
so
用でも
Devola is actually in this dynamic because Blank and I are twins. I think Blank is more like Devola and I'm more like Popola. Pipola. I don't know which way it is.
微弱なブラックボックス信号を検知できるスキャナーを探している。
ああ、そういえば前にそんなのを作ったな。こんなのでよければやるよ。
そのチップをセットすれば捜索の手助けになるわ。ブラックボックス信号以外にもクエストで指定したオブジェクトや他にも貴重な資源とかそういうものに反応して音を出してくれるから。
ま、うざったい時は外しちまえ。
他にも必要なものがあれば聞きに来てね。
あんまり私たちと仲良くしない方がいいけどな。
デボル。
Contain pod program A170 scanner. Well, I guess this is a good reason to have multiple pods. Let's tape projectile. Oh, so this is Gatling, this is laser, and this is missile. I just realized they do have different firing modes, don't they? Oh wait, that's cool. Missile's kind of boring, to be honest. I'm gonna swap these. I think I'm gonna put scanner on missile or shield on missile. And scanner will have... scanner will be on.
早速スキャナーにブラックボックス反応があるな。
I see, that is how it works. This is cool. Dude, I love that. Might be my favorite pod now. Oh, interesting.
なるほど。これは便利かもしれない。
捜索機体の 9S は海上で巨大爆発に巻き込まれた提案水没地帯での 9S 捜索。
了解。それにしてもなんだか今日のポッドはよくしゃべる。
皇帝、私は支援ユニット。必要に応じて会話を行う提案 2B の自発的会話を増やすこと。
否定する。
How similar should a remake be to the base game? I think if it carries the proper spirit and is vaguely similar, that is fine. But it has to feel like the same game. Personally to me, though, I really think that the best kind of remake is the kind where they do a remake of the game. And they basically just do a one-to-one copy, but in the modern setting. And then, on top of that, they flourish and add a bunch of other things to it. Camper or capacity full. So on top of having normal... I don't know, I think, again, I think Soul Silver and Final Fantasy... Soul Silver and Hot Gold were great examples. Because they took something that was already there and then just improved on it and then added a ton to it on top of that. I heard a lot of beeping. Hold on. The important part of remakes is that they keep what the original director wanted in mind, and pretty much giving them a second chance to make the game they wanted to make. But remaking things is it's a unique scenario that changes based on what game it is. If the director is still around, if their plan was already succeeded, how popular the game was, the style of game, the genre. There's so much stuff that it's hard to be like, this is the direct way to do it, because sometimes, in some situations, the game needs to change. But to appeal to fans, at least, you need to keep the game close enough to the original that it is still the same game and not just a new game. Once you branch out and it becomes an entirely different game, that's when you've failed to make a remake and you've just made an alternative, essentially. And I think that's what they did with Diamond and Pearl. It was the same game, but the art style and direction and feel were so different that they kind of ruined it. A Black Pearl. I see. Completely different games, if you're honest. Stories and similar. We just have the Last of Us scenario, because we totally like 12 different games in a 2-game series. Yeah, I think... I don't know. Is Kingdom of Hearts a good example? Didn't Kingdom of Hearts... Isn't there a reason the games are like Kingdom of Hearts 2.5 and stuff, because they were basically just a redoing the previous game? Oops. Oh, not dead. I don't think I'm supposed to be here, but I'm not dead. Say, okay, so because you like Watson and Ash, they handle a Freedom Unite remake. I never played Freedom Unite, so I don't feel I should have an opinion on that. Though it would be best to keep the story, just from a Monster Hunter perspective, I would assume, it's probably best to keep. Best to keep the story and village intact, and then either just add new monsters and more missions, but keep like the original missions that were already there. Or, yeah, honestly, I feel like for a game like Monster Hunter, if you do a remake, you really just want to add to it. So basically you make the same game brand new and then add a bunch of extra missions to it. And I would, honestly... Oh, I never saw you. Hey, who are you? Don't worry, No, get away from me. I don't like the look of you. Proposal, remove fear functionality. No, Staley, I hate you. Sorry to tell you. Just stay here and wait for help. Oh my god. I would argue that they should add feature weapons to the game. And the argument for that is people might complain that they weren't in the game, but they weren't in the game specifically because of constraints to the system, and not because they didn't want them. And just rough design choices. That was also another reason. They thought that people would enjoy the game more for that new weapons, but then actually pushed away the people that liked the old weapons. But I think there's really no harm in adding them, because the people who don't want to use them can just not use them. And I think there's truly no argument to keeping weapons away from people. Other than if there's mechanics that require you to use weapons that are different. Well, so here's the thing. Some weapons weren't designed, but they also had weapons from previous games that weren't in it, right? Where was that? That was Freedom at Reunite, right? That's the second game? They excluded games that were in the first game. Or they excluded weapons that were in the first game. That was try. Well, I still think it's fine. Weapons are a hard thing for people to argue against because there's no real loss by having them. And it only lets newer players who are more comfortable with certain weapons join in.
ブラックボックス信号健在。生命活動の継続を確認。
ポット、チェックモジュールと論理ウイルスワクチンを。信号はバンカーに送ったから救援はすぐに来ると思う。
ありがとう。
我々は同行していた夜波機体 9S を捜索している。情報があれば提供してもらいたい。
どんな情報でもいい。お願い。
9S。あなたと一緒にいた男の子。あの子なら確か爆発時に飛ばされてた。
方角は
落下予測地点のデータを渡す。
ありがとう。
What is the logic virus?
安静にしていて。
目標地点の情報を入手。マップにマーク。
But yeah, I would say you want to keep the game pretty much identical. He's in the cave. How did he get flung into the cave? That seems a bit ridiculous, or maybe he's hiding in there right now. But yeah, there's no harm in adding weapons, and if you keep the story intact and just add more missions, it won't be bad. I think the important part is that you have to keep the story intact. You have obtained a weapon, Iron Will. Why did that only show up on the second scan around? What is it? Is it a bracer? No. Spear? No. Ledge sword? Iron Will. A colossal iron blade. The blade is dull, its power comes from mass alone. Is this hell of iron, or is that human blood? The sword's blade, ooh, that's called. The sword's blade dull, and the sword's blade, dulled by years of idleness, was, as its name implied, a mere hunk of iron. Its blood-drenched youth was little more than a series of rusted memories, which ranted against its pock-marked steel. I love water. That's my new favorite weapon. Monster High players don't know their stories because they don't read it as Prescott. But that's a horrible excuse for the fact that there are Monster Hunter players that do read the story, and it would be hurtful to them to not let them have their story. Also, obviously you keep multiplayer functionality as is modern. And again, I just say add more monsters. Don't add any, you don't have to add new monsters to the game, like new for everyone, but I would add monsters that you've seen from like Generations or Ultimate, stuff like that. For you. Yeah, as modern being used in the sense of what multiplayer currently is. Yeah, no, I fully believe there should be village quests and then there should be multiplayer quests for a game like that, because that game followed the original style, right? Yeah, because that game followed the style that Mountain had, and one had the same thing where you have a village storyline, and then you have a multiplayer storyline. And I think that was actually rather nice. Oh, I don't have the right pot. But I think they should stick to that. It had a rather good reception with the Rise, so I wouldn't see a reason not to. Over or. I think.
アンドロイドがいたい。
ブラックボックス信号は検知でき
Why are dead androids here? Were they here before? Wait, is this new? Hold on. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure, because this goes to the... Yeah, that goes... Since when was this opening here? Also, move fish a bit more, I
釣り
apologize.
を開始
But yeah, I could see them adding old monsters, which would be, they would be new for Freedom Unite, but would be considered old for like a modern game like Wilds. But I'd love to see a remake, but I honestly feel like they probably, I don't think I've ever seen them actually make a remake of the game, have they? All I know is that they have there's like a really horrible dissonance in naming sense between the international and Japanese copies of the game. Like, it's not called Freedom Unite it's called Freedom Unite International, but I don't remember, I think it's just called Monster Hunter 2 in Japan. No, it is Freedom Unite, so it'd be Monster Hunter 2, there's something else on top of that, because that's the second version of it, like really added on to it. Yeah, they won't ever remake a game. They'd probably rather just like make an addition to it. Like, instead of making a Freedom Unite remake, they would probably just make like a Generations 2 or something like that. Oh yeah, it's not Freedom G, it's just 2G. I totally forgot about that. They just added a G to the names because it added G right. But the Monster Hunter in Japan is just called Monster Hunter, and then Monster Hunter 2, and then Monster Hunter 3. And then here it's like Monster Hunter, and then Monster Hunter Dose, then Monster Hunter Tri, and Freedom Unite's in there somewhere.
報告失敗
Yeah, now that you say that, I don't think it's 2G. I don't actually think it's 2. It's Freedom Unite, because Dose was 2. So, Freedom... Oh yeah, it was a portable. Okay. Oh yeah, then it was Monster Hunter 2G Portable. I think that's what it was called. But the international titles went with like actually really cool names, I think, and then Japanese titles were just kind of basic. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Portable second G. So it was like they just swapped around to the portable and the 2. And they just named things very literally, and then in the international titles they were making it sound cool. So it's kind of hard to like keep track of that stuff, because I remember them by the Japanese titles and not the American ones, because I never actually played them.
キャッチ
I can look for an exotic fish later.
終了
こんな奥まで 9S が入ってきてるのか。
警告敵の罠の可能性
罠でも構わない。
Interesting. Double press. Oh yeah, a double X or whatever it was. Yeah, well, it's to the point where that released on Switch, and I didn't even realize it. Was it a Japanese-only release, or was it... I just missed it. Oh my god! Oh, this is blinding! Oh, it's so much brighter outside of a cutscene. Yeah, flashbang the city, truly, Jesus Christ.
ここは一体。
検知ケイ素と炭素が含まれる結晶状の物質
This is amazing. The tear-free android heard the call of friends in a
詳
collapsed
細に
building.
ついてはデータ不足のため不明。
誰がこんなものを。
不明。
This is really cool. Generations Ultimate is Western name. Should it be on 3DS and Switch? Yeah, that would just... It was, I mean, that... Later in, they started naming the titles similar. I think it's literally just called Monster Hunter for it. Oh, you know what? I never leveled up the Iron Will. Also, that was something that pushed me away from Monster Hunter, was the fact that the only ones I could play were on DS, and I didn't have a 3DS, I only had a DS Lite, and the other was on PSP, but I had a hard time with the PSP. What's with all of these androids, man?
どうして死体が。
夜ハブ隊員が
Okay, I guess we're having the same thoughts. We only got 4 ultimate. Yeah. I didn't no, I just didn't like on the PSP, I didn't like the little joystick that was like flat
自力で侵入
and
した可
grippy.
能性は低い。予測。意図的に敵によって配置されている。
The body of Miguel yipped Xanax. Out on Humpy Cedar saw a machine dancing like mad in a city reclaimed by nature. I did have to acquire grip for a few games though. Or you could talk about the Tekken grip. How about the Tekken grip? Multivite. That android looks really cool. I like her outfit. Vengeance +1. Misery. I felt the coldness of water at a manufactured city. This must be the manufactured city. But yeah, have you seen the Tekken grit? I didn't mind Claw Grip, but seriously, you should check out the Tekken grip. Tekken grip is you take your thumb and you wrap it around the spot where your palm usually rests. You rotate your hands about, I'd say like 90 degrees so that your fingers are covering the buttons, and you have your pointer and your middle finger, respectively. Pointer covering X and A, and your middle finger covering Y and B, and you use those to press the buttons instead. Because Tekken has certain combos that need you to hit like X and B or Y and A at the same time, and the most consistent way to do it is by using those fingers. And you don't tend... the more modern games use RB and RT and LB and LT, but they didn't really used to. I don't know how... You might have to rebind some stuff now to use that grip, but it's better on your hands and it gives you more consistent... specifically for like Yoshimitsu players in the light. That's a lot of player corpses. I'm just gonna... No, not on the PSP. That's just on like a normal controller. Oh god, this is a lot of player corpses. He's kinda hot.
私は私たち 機械生命体は人類に興味があるんだ。
This is a lot of
愛の
bodies.
家族、戦争や宗教、人類の記録を読み解けば他に例を見ない複雑さに魅了されるばかりだ。この町もそうした人類への渇望が生み出した場所の一つ。君たちアンドロイドの墓場にはもったいない崇高な場所だろう。私たちは人類の特徴を学び模倣する。あるものは愛を、そしてあるものは家族を。
Now,
そして私は気
I'm
づ
gonna
い
slow
た。
down a little bit.
人の本質は闘争、戦い、奪い、殺し合う。そ
Dude,
れが人間だ。
so many.
その口で人類を
This
語
is
る
such
な
a classic trope.
崇拝する人間たちのことを悪く言われて気を悪くした。だがそれが真実だ。私は人類の本質に到達したい。ネットワークにつながれた私たち機械生命体はだが無限に続くデータ、生の実感はない。死の概念理解できない。
I need to like fight him so that he can keep talking. That's not very ace of me. No, that's not true. Dude, I love this.
だから私は命を懸けて戦うことにしたんだ。
I'll have that love
ネッ
with
ト
the
ワ
red
ークから
fingers.
自分を切り離した。さあ殺し合おう。
No, I mean, I guess if I die, I die here because we'll network, but... Dude, you don't have to. But they say his name's Adam, but wasn't Adam the blonde one? I mix you. I mean, he has Adam's attacks, but... I'm gonna collect all of them. How are you doing, Nixu?
こんなものじゃ。
But yeah, wasn't Adam the blonde one? I know there's no need to, but I really want to. There's a lot of them, but this is my... This is my desire to recover them. It's the reason there's so many dead players is because they're all playing on the one-shot mode. And... No, Adam was definitely blonde. Both of them were. Buddy thinks he's beating me, and I'm just here like, oh, hey, look, an android. Oh, hey, look, an android. I can repair them. Yeah, but all repair's gonna do is make, like, a false android for me to fight with me. And I want to retrieve them because, in spirit, you're essentially retrieving their parts for the future of android life. So, like... In the terms of, like, lore-wise, it's better to retrieve them. And then in terms of gameplay-wise, I get a heal and I get money. And I think I get XP as well. He just missed so bad! Oh my god, dude, I was standing still. I was standing still and he missed. That's just so funny to me. Agree. Buddy. Come on, buddy. Guys, I think he's blind. Do you think he moves based on... Like, is his motion based on... Or is vision based on movement? Dude, I bet this game would be really hard in the one-shot mode. Like, if these guys hit you once and you die, you have to, like... I would say that it's best to play the game at least once. Oh my god, did they just respawn a bunch of corpses? Okay, I'm gonna stop, because otherwise this is not gonna... Because they just respawned a bunch of corpses. Get wrecked. That Bayonetta countered even. I should probably heal.
Nice. たまらないよ。
Jesus Christ.
君のために用意したんだよ。戦うためにはそれにふさわしい理由が必要だろう。
What does he fight for then?
そうだ、その感情、憎悪だ。
Okay, he's a little broken. But we can fix him.
来い、トビー！
There's enough corpses that I can just heal off them. Sorry, buddy. I have the power of anime on my side. Oh shit, I can triple charge, can't I? Come on, buddy, I want you to punch me. Where are you? Please, go ahead. Now what I want. Oh my god, got him with the swing. They have blood, which is very shocking. How did he get on the ground? They could make good allies. Also, they're living creatures. Everything with sapience is a living creature in my eyes. The question is, does the city fall apart now, or just the blocks that he placed that aren't the city pieces? Do you think there's an ending for dying to Adam the first time you meet him?
大変だったな。言われた通り、ボディごと君たちの司令部に打ち上げておくよ。
ありがとう。
え、
何か？
君の口からそんな言葉を聞くなんて意外だな。まあいいさ。あと伝言がある。君たちの司令部が連絡を欲しいってさ。
わかった。
I'm curious what the error thing on the side of the
司
screen
令
like
官につな
happened.
いで。あ、トゥービーさん、了解しました。ちょっとお待ちくださいね。
2B か、敵機械生命体、コードネームアダムの破壊、ご苦労だった。分析の結果、奴らのネットワークシステムの半数をアダムが管理していたことが判明した。ネットワークを破壊された機械生命体は弱体化するだろう。
司令官、9S は
9S はこちらでデータオーバーホールを行う。問題がなければまた君と同行してもらう予定だ。
よろしくお願いします。
9S が動けない間、君には別の任務を頼みたい。内容をメールしたので確認してくれ。
了解。
Mailed me the briefing. Okay, I'll check the
報
mail.
告。アクセスポイントからメール受信の連絡。
I would have never known, Pod. Due to the destruction of codename Adam, we have been able to deal a significant blow to the enemy's network system, and have already confirmed that numerous machine life forms have been severed from the network as a result. I think my controller just died. I haven't been charging it properly. Okay. However, just because they are no longer connected doesn't mean they no longer pose a threat. It is highly likely to continue to interfere with our operations. 2B, I would like you to gather some intel on machine life forms. Report back to me if you see any machine life forms behaving oddly and keep me informed on their activities. That is all. The commander.
機械生命体たちの動向か。って言っても、出会ったらすぐに殺しそうだけど。
提案。同族である機械生命体パスカルからの情報入手。
なるほど。パスカルなら何か知ってるかも。
You know, it's interesting. She considers it killing now, and before she considered it destroying.
ああ、2B さん、どうしたんですか？最近の機械生命体の動向について何か気づいたことがあれば教えて。最近の機械生命体の動向ですか？そういえば2日前、中央ネットワークから外れた機械生命体たちから和平協定の連絡がありました。和平協定？ええ、ネットワークの支配から逃れた者たちがこの村と同盟を組みたいと。ならパスカルの村に合流すればいいだけなんじゃ。いえ、すでに大きなコロニーを作っているそうです。コロニー？はい、廃工場に逃げ込んでいるようです。興味があるようでしたら場所を転送します。お願い。私もそろそろ話しに行かないといけないと思っていたので、現地で合流しましょう。了解。
Interesting.
目標地点の情報を入手。マップにマーク。
Unfortunately, that is not where I'll be going. I need to go to the housing complex. I want to go back in the place where the only other place I've died in this entire game. Well, that's not true. I died to a moose and I died to a like dude in the same area as the moose. So I've only died there as of this save, but I did die a lot to the level 35 idiots over here. So I would like to deal with them, so to say. And it'll give me a chance to scan while we're here. I'm really curious as to what was there in the first place, and this time I'll just deal with them. Oh, and I need to upgrade Iron Will, I keep forgetting about that. I really want to use Iron Will, unless it's Endurance Up. I hope it's on Endurance Up, it probably will be though. Like, all the great swords are Endurance Up. Except for Virtuous Treaty, which is attack speed, because the virtuous items are attack speed. Ah, that one's surprisingly easy. Mo Thoi Momo. Okay, I want to counter this one. Okay, I'm gonna try again. And it's... Ruin. Oh, these guys have move speed ups. Maybe I should be, maybe I should farm these guys. Dude, I hate moving in the sands. 10,000 gold. That's quite a strange hidden item. Simple gadget. Okay guys, it's time. It's time to get revenge. So to say. I'm also going to change my plugin. Not my plugin. I'm going to change this to P Shield. Oh, he's doing the arm thing. That would have killed me before. Hi Spuds, how are you doing? You come in here occasionally, but honestly, it's fairly rare to, like, really get to talk to you. So, seriously, how are you doing? sleepy? Are you feeling any better since I'm gonna refer to it as the accident. Are you feeling any better since then? Oh, there was a meteorite down here. I forgot about that. Your hour has changed and depressed. I understand the depressed. Okay, there's nothing there. I mean, I guess there's this way out. Have you been doing anything to cheer yourself up now? Cheering yourself up is important. Okay, so they just infinitely spawn in there, I guess. Apart from that, I went to see the house I'm moving into. Oh, you're moving? Is it because the other house is having electricity issues, or just were you planning on moving anyways? Alright, obviously you don't have to answer if you're not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I'm planning on moving. We're gonna go to a farmhouse. Will you have any internet there? I don't know how it is over there, but here, if it's like a quote-unquote farmhouse, there's usually no internet, just because it's out in the sticks, out of they. I guess we're gonna get some warp wire too. What do you guys' vote on? On needing warp wire for the iron will. My vote's yes. Also, I should probably check to see if I can upgrade the hero's sword, or hero's stick, or whatever the fuck it's called. Excuse my language. We'll need to pay for fiber installation again. Ah, damn, that's rough. And that means that the people who live in the or who go to the house you live in currently will have fiber installation set. But I guess it's fiber installations, or installation is necessary if you want decent internet. As good as it exists, man. It gave access to internet to so many people. Like at the place I used to live, the internet, it would have been so much better. But we were just barely out of town, so they're like, yeah, if you pay for it, we'll put it in. And it was just, you know. But they were offering it for free to the rest of the town, but we were technically like not part of the town because we are in a district just outside of it, so it was kind of penalized for it. The 3-story farmhouse is gonna be around £700,000. Jesus Christ, man! But you saved a lot, didn't you? In there? How do I get in?
Yeah.
Did you save enough for it to be that much? Or would you still just have to have payments? If I remember correctly, when you said how much you had, it was not that much. Is it up there? I don't remember how to get up there. It's gonna be a family house? Okay. Okay, it is up there. I don't remember how to get up there. I will deal with this guy again, though. Oh, no, this is a normal dude. The scanner's cool, and it's getting the items, but... it's a massive hassle, especially when it's stuff like this, where it's like, okay, it's here somewhere. But, obviously I'm not close enough to find it. It's massive, I got lost in it. I mean, I guess that's a good thing if you're really... I don't like big houses, they kind of creep me out. I don't know why. But I hope you guys like it. I mean, if you're gonna move into it, you must have already... yeah, you've already been in it, so you must like it, right? Also, for anyone who has played this game, who's still here, I do have to wonder... is it safe to take that drug that I was given by Jackass, or is that a bad idea? Am I crazy? There it is. Oh, hi. How are you doing? I'm okay. We just finished a few things. We went into the manufactured city, and we fought the giant, like, baleen whale fish monstrosity machine. And I caught some fish, and I got my third pod because I was fishing. Yeah? Do anything cool today? Anything special? Eat anything cool? Play anything fun? Yeah, I've been progressing quite well with this game. I got a lot of the side quests out of the way, I feel, is the thing. So now all that's left is, like, if we go through my active quests. This is a DLC quest. This is a DLC quest. This is a race that I don't know if I'll be able to beat. And then this is Mysterious Letter needs me to be an attacker or something like that. And then we've got a mission down there, but I don't know how to reach. There's actually 2 missions I don't know how to reach. I feel like maybe I should be able to, and I just don't know how to get there. And then I've got the Mysterious Letter. And this guy's quest actually disappeared. And you know what? So did the, I just realized, so did the Mysterious Couple. Wait, okay, so I didn't... So, you went to bed at 11 a.m. in soup, staying at the model in Unity. You're getting ready for D&D. That's fun. I know a lot of people really enjoy D&D. I had kind of some bad experiences with it. So I don't know how I feel about it anymore. But yeah, so I didn't kill the guy with his animals, and now I guess that quest is gone. And the couple wanted you to reset their memory, which I consider to essentially be killing them, so I also didn't want to do that, and now they're gone. I said no, and then I walked away, and when I came back to play today, they just weren't at that spot, so even if I'd wanted to reset it, I couldn't. And then, oh, now this guy's missing. Maybe it's because the quest he has to do with 9s, and he's out of commission right now. But his animals are all gone, too. Oh, you know what? Do you think it's because he left the network? Perhaps? Like, maybe I'll meet him somewhere else? Oh my god. Hold on, I need some ibuprofen really quick. I just got the most intense, like, mini migraine. You have no houses around? That's cool, but do you... I have to wonder, Sponge, are you close to grocery stores? Are you close to a hospital? Are you in an area where, like, if you called 911, or I guess it's not 911 for you guys, it's like 112 or something, isn't it? Or as you called the emergency services, would they be able to reach you in time? I don't know, but oops, all stupid. I just feel so they wanted me to reset their memory, right? And I just feel like if they're not connected to a network like the bunker or the machines, like the androids are, specifically Yorha, are connected to bunkers. So if they reset their memory and they blow up or whatever, they'll have their memory still. But for androids, other than that, besides being a default memory, they also have their memory. So what makes them them is their memory. So when they ask the attack to reset them, it's essentially asking to kill them. And they say they'll fall in love again, but then it's not then. So I just refuse. It's 20 minutes to a hospital, around 15 for supermarket. Oh, that's not bad. I mean, that's kind of a lot for like the UK or wherever you are, isn't it? Where I live right now, it's the same thing. It's about 15 minutes for a supermarket, though it's a bit longer for a hospital. But I don't know, it's just, and then again, with of Machines and Beasts, that quest, he like stay away and he attacks me when I get close to his animals. Doesn't that just mean he loves his animals? And they were attacking me for him, so clearly they're like loyal to him, so why would I want to kill... Why would I want to kill that robot as well? Because to me, that doesn't make any sense. He's just saying stay away and he wants to protect his animals. And again, because they're helping him, he clearly treats them well, and they looked happy. So that's the kind of thing where I would want to walk away, because you don't have to kill every android. I love Pascal.
自分たちが危険？
ええ、客観的事実です。ネットワークから切り離された私たちはお互いの情報を共有していません。言葉を交わしても本心とは違うかもしれませんので。
It's really interesting, because Pascal, now being disconnected from a network, is saying that machines are unpredictable, but I think they don't really understand that that's unique to them, and that everything living, including the androids, despite the android, despite like Yorha technically being connected to a network, other than the machines, everything is unpredictable, and you can't tell. And I guess it's just hard for Pascal to understand that, mostly because being connected to a network for most of their life means that that's what they expect. But I think that leads into that, like, naivety of after disconnecting from a network, you have to eventually realize that people use half-truths and lies, and unlike machines where you can, like, they think something and you're like, oh, they're thinking something. Now that they're disconnected, you have to go, oh, okay, so they're, they could be saying that, but that might not be what they're thinking or something. And now lies as a concept can come into it. And especially now that we've killed Adam, who I honestly don't think we've killed him. I think he might have connected with the network at the end. And it's just kind of using that as an excuse to escape from his responsibilities, kind of like how the androids are fleeing. Because to me, he seems too interested in humans to just experience death and give us everything. But sorry, I'm rambling a lot. I need to fill my water. I'll hydrate. We're gonna take a quick ad break, I think, soon. But I don't want you guys to miss anything. So, just give me like 5 minutes, I guess, after a little after. Maybe I'll try to find some food. And then, we'll continue. Oh, it's stable in. Okay. I think it's crazy that I think the subathon did enough that if I wanted to, I could, if I was a horrible person, just get, hey, new headset with it. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But the reason I'm bringing that up is that I realized the headset I want is actually a lot cheaper than I thought it was. And, and then of course, what I was saying earlier was, there is a 2,000 point redeem where you can put your text you can have your text be said by a lemling, which I actually think I need to take off the cooldown. I just don't see a point in it. I'll give you guys an example, and then I'm going to actually take a cooldown off of it. obviously the longer it is, since it's kind of, it feels short, but, you know, the longer the message, the longer the lemling will talk for. Now, let me get rid of the cooldown. There's no point. Maybe in the future. Hydrate again. Oh my god, I'm gonna drown. A bit. I'll do it anyways, though. You know, I really appreciate you guys. A lot more than you'd think. Actually, maybe not a lot more than you'd think. You guys know I like you. Or come on, D&D, have fun. Yeah, you too. Oh, before you go, though, I am curious. I do, like. I am curious. I'm curious what your class and race is. And have you just started? Are you in the middle of a campaign? Like, what kind of character is your character? Oh, he has a jetpack. Wait, no, it's technically a butt pack, I guess. I don't want him to have to use more fuel than he needs. Oh, okay, these guys are kind of cultish. They're heretics, but, you know, I guess you can tame heretics. The scene or religion? Oh, but maybe they're like on the good side of it and not crazy. Thank you for the flower sponge. Human bard, she's goth and her magic is very blood plus graves themed, but she's a healer and hates hurting people. Very fun. Okay, they say the same thing in reverse. But, yeah, the reason I mentioned the headset, though, is I was going through my throne list and just replacing a bunch of things that I don't really want or anything like that. Which is why, if anyone has seen it before, I actually removed pretty much all of the Miku figures, except for the ones that I kind of want. I'm kind of debating whether the panda one is interesting to me or not. I just really like the umbrella idea. Considering the lemon doesn't actually say real words either, these that cost 2k is a lot. Yeah, but the point is that it shows up on stream. And if you reduce the point cost, people can spam it, just like they spam the water. You should add more sacked? Okay, what kind of six? I think I've asked you before, but give me a snack idea. Right now, I got a generic buy food one. I found strawberry bonbons. I have smoked sausage sticks. Technically can't eat Legos, but they could be a food. That's pretty much it. So what would you recommend? I can't really think of it, to be honest. Sweets are different? Yeah, I just mean like, I don't know, like, I don't know. You don't have to get like a specific brand, but just like a concept, like a chip or a patho or like a emerald candy of some kind. I don't really know. Throne is weird. For me, the best way to do that kind of stuff with Throne is you just mystery gift the person, right? Or I guess it's called a surprise gift. Unfortunately, from what I can see, like all of the surprise gift. Actually, that's really funny. One of those surprise gifts they're showing right now is the 2B outfit. That's funny. That's good. That's like really convenient, I guess. But it seems like a lot of surprise gifts are really interesting. So, yeah, horrible cherries. But yeah, I think surprise gifting works for that, where you just like, oh yeah, I'll randomly get this person like a snack, and then you get to choose, rather than having me choose. Oh, this must be the point of the elevator. I wonder who their grace is. It'd be really funny if someone we know.
予測した通り、非常に怪しい集団ですね。
じゃあなんでついてきた？
2B さんのここを紹介した以上、責任を持って最後までお付き合いする必要があ
Oh,
ります。
Pascal, you're so dutiful.
一応感謝しておく。
This is a long elevator. I love Pascal's arms. I love the design of Pascal. It's so different from the other machines. Maybe it's because of how old he is.
あちらの扉を開け。神を信じるようになって心に安らぎが訪れました。
What an amber.
神を信じるよ。教祖様に私たちはお導きいただいたのです。教祖様に
I'm scared. These guys are a bit fanatical.
この地上から苦痛と戦争がなくなりますように。この地上からこの地上から神を信じる。神を信じる。神を信じるようになって心に安らぎが訪れました。神の名のもとに全ての
I'm very concerned now. There's a machine pump.
私パスカルと申します。和平交渉についてお話をさせていただくために。教祖様は神になった。神になった。
Did they reconnect to the network? Or did he just become all of them? Oh my god, don't tell me they're about to throw themselves into a pyre. Oh, it's just, oh god, it's just, oh god.
こいつら。
やはり私の予測は的中したようですね。しかし興味深い。こんな特殊な視線を持つ機械生命体は見たことがありません。きっと貴重なサンプルとして。
いいから逃げる。
Luckily, I'm really high level
バ
now.
カ、こちら 2B。廃工場跡地で適正機械生命体と遭遇。脱出ルートの確保を要請。
通信環境が不安定。
救援信号ループ発信。
了解。
2B さん、部屋の奥に
I looked, I can't throw you hard with sweets. Are they really particular about that? Is it never ending? And it's never ending. This is actually quite a fun battle. Yeah, it is. One of the hard things I have with it is there are very specific items that you can and can't send. Let's stay here for a bit. I just saw some, some good cards, I guess you could say. You like mint chocolate? I like a lot of things. As long as it's not like... the only things I truly cannot eat are the only things I truly don't like are fish, and then I literally cannot eat shellfish. But other than that, I'm willing to try a lot of things. I think it's the number of these guys has lessened. Yeah, the number of them definitely stopped. And also, you may be wondering, why am I attacking these ones if they're not attacking me? I do feel a need that we should purge this problem before it gets bigger. And I do consider this to be a problem. We don't want them spreading this religion. It's totally not just because they're interfering with mine. The Lemlings would never believe in this machine god. They just wanted, right guys? Oh, there's one eye you need to hack back here and crap. Okay, that's all on. No longer have to worry about this. Are there any chests on this side? No. Truly not. I mean, sorry you guys just had to watch that. I guess you're supposed to wait for the elevator and fight them, but I just kind of wiped them out. That is strange. I thought we were going to forge peace. Yeah. Why did it happen exactly? I did something so proactive. I hope it wasn't Nines that did this. These are the true believers, they're not the fanatics. How did it come to this? Please stop all the killing. I'll provide you with anything you need. Look, all I can say wasn't really... I mean, I did kill a bunch of the crazy ones. But I'm not gonna harm the harmless ones. Oh. Did I break the camera? I didn't, right? Are these missiles? Is this a silo? All of them, actually. I'm sorry, is my... Just asking, is my camera broken? Is it supposed to be this far out? I feel like this is wrong. But maybe not. This is a good view of the stuff in the back. Okay, yeah, that was right. That was really cool, I guess. Oh, Pascal. What a strange one you are. Oh, you know what? I wonder if any of these come alive later. But yeah, Spy Dudes. How long have you been planning on moving? It's been a while, hasn't it? You've been saving for a long time, no? Phoebus-kun almost won in the boring countryside. Did he call himself August King? That's wild. No. Noob's country, Kang's Psylocke. An unremarkable soldier saw a machine eating its own kind in desert lands? That's wild. Honestly, I feel like auto heal is unnecessary because you can use deadly heal instead. I feel like deadly heal is a lot better. Surely there's a chest over here. Is this the right way? If this is the right way. Okay, I have to go this way. I thought maybe I was being... Oh, hi, Yukina! How are you doing? That is a surprise. Did you not stream today? Usually you stream, don't you? I did not stream today. I see. Okay. Can't jump that way. You died of lack of sleep. You need some R&R, recoding, and recalibration. I see. Hello. I love bracers, man. They're so sick. Stream has been going well. I have a hard time at the beginning because I need somebody to talk to start rebounding my conversations. But like once somebody's actually here, it's quite easy. I feel comfortable talking and yapping constantly. But I hope you're doing well as well. You know what? The one thing I'm dreading is I still have a bunch of clips I have to go over, and it's gonna bother me so much. I have clips all the way from like the subathon that I have to do. At least I've been keeping track of the. I've been doing well with the how to say it? I've been doing well with the actual like main video uploads, but I've been doing a really bad time keeping up with the rest, and that is not good. Oh my god, I almost just got crushed.
2B そのまままっすぐ進んでください。
了解。
Hey, this isn't my fault. Machine hat. Vented socket. Vented socket. Oh boy. Dying won't. Thank you. You understand. Dying doesn't make you a god. Day's been bad. I had a really bad day yesterday, so I'm gonna sympathize with you, and I hope we do better soon. Life can be tough, but you just have to keep on pushing. Machines people enter, it's every one of them a god. They're just a suicide cult, man. You guys would never be like this. I'm so glad the Lemlings aren't like this. I just threw out my voice yapping for 34 minutes straight about stuff related to my model case. What's a model case? I just got hit 1,000 times. I'll get crushed. Thank you. You? Auto heal? Auto heal too? Are they just never ending? You got ripped off on your VTuber model? What happened? The artist wants to fight it? Oh wait, no. Artist wants to fight it? Yeah, I don't know any of that. Always near this, near that. When are you gonna NieR some bitches? Sorry. I am simply I don't know which way is the right way, and I don't want to go the right way right now. Tatsumi, oh my god. Is it never ending? I paid 700 USD for a fairly high quality model, got the model in as completed, took a look, and all I fret is comedic at how bad it is. That is not good. Lasso tool chops show up, AIS blurs in weird places, color bleeds, asset flips, asses ripped straight from my own reference sheet with no stylistic adaptations. You can, depending on how they advertised it, you can actually just get a full refund through PayPal. If you use PayPal. I don't know if you did.
ゲートのロックを解除しました。
Okay, so that is the right way, which means I need to go back this way. Okay, so this I can't open yet. But it does mean that I know that this is the right way, which means I should do this thing over here. You did it, yeah. Make sure to take screenshots of everything they were saying they offered. And then make sure to show the result they actually gave you. And it should be a pretty clear-cut case with that. It should be a pretty clear-cut case with PayPal. Let's see. They intend to fight me on it now. It's maybe 4-minute yap session. Going through chat history showing model. I provided models to promote themselves, showing all the issues. I went through entire Discord chat. The time of us they can't get you on EU suites. Oh. The Ensign Blade. I'm really curious how you opened. Ow. Did you see that? Oh my god, I just did a Bayonetta style parry on that bomb, man. That is so quick. Also, hi, Janian. It's nice to meet you. That explosion got wrecked. Then again. There again. I didn't get it on that one, but I did. I did get it on that one. I did get it on that one. I did not get it on that one. Can't believe it was a trap the whole time. A trap for them. They didn't realize that I was the predator. But Yutina, I really hope that gets solved fast and in your favor, because that is ridiculous. And it sucks to hear somebody I know getting that nightmare situation. A magical blade used by a royal family. Is this a Final Fantasy reference? A sword passed down and continuously improved among the royal family of a land where magic prospers. I'm going to sleep with the streamer in the background. Okay, Sponge. I won't be on for too much longer. I just want to let you know, but... A small prince rests alone in a vast bedroom. He wishes his father knew how much he hates sleeping alone, but he doesn't dare tell him. But a king is a very busy man and must not be disturbed. Is that a Final Fantasy reference actually, like, for real? Please, someone tell me. That's Noctis Blade, right? If I'm not incorrect. I just got called. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let's finish this area, man. It's been a while. This is a long area, and I actually really enjoy it, but... It's almost time. I went through the entire... Yeah, going through an entire... I mean, it's not that bad if you haven't known them for a long time. But good lord, man. Having to do all of that just because it's some person who's, like... I don't know. Like, I'm assuming it's one of those situations where the models they showed you are nothing... Like, the models they showed you were nothing like the model they actually gave to you. I feel really bad for them, man. What happened to everyone? I'm scared. Oh god, please restore them to their senses. Yeah, I've heard of that happening before, and it's really gross. Is this... There's a little hurdle, don't let it get you down. Yeah, you just have to... Your model's a chap job where it was shown to be much higher quality. Yeah, I bet. It's just an exam, like, man, I don't want to blame AI, but it's probably AI that, like, just did something, you know. But it lets people, like, fly easier. Did you see that? That was a crazy block. It was in the middle of combat, too. I'm curious what's down here. AI plus lasso plus flipped assets. Okay, nothing down here. Knock, building, cake, explosion, basically. I don't know if this is the right way or if I'm just... Was that supposed to show me there's something out there by chance? Press phone. I guess only go for well-known avatar makers, but how do you know if someone's a well-known avatar maker or if they're faking it? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, I bet. There's also another thing I'm curious about, which needs me to go down for. And also, the well-known ones always charge a lot, specifically because that. Okay, please. You're sticking to V-Gen. Where did you find them? I know trusted friends have done stuff for a while now. Hmm. Were they on Twitter? Why do you flee from us? Oh, they're crazy, crazy. Impact Bracer L. They were a stream regular. That's not good. I think I saved all of them. You should sleep, Sponge. If it's 1 AM, seriously. This whole area looks the same though. I know, like, that's obvious because it's all part of the same plant, but the fact that I'm gonna have to come down here for, like, 3 different hacks is rough. Maybe I'll be different by that point, though. Oh no, Lemon. What? You're dropping frames again? Okay, everyone, remember to refresh your stream so that you see your current so that you're current with the stream. Let me know if it happens again. I'm probably gonna stop seeing, honestly, because of it. No, that was the wrong button. Thank you, Sponge. Make sure to sleep. Seriously, sleep. I have no idea how to get to that chest, so I'll come back for it.
出口までのルート確保完了です。
ありがとう。
I keep accidentally talking to Pascal in the middle of this. Just be safe, I went through logs again and download each thing you provided to me so they can't go back and delete them. That is very important. I wonder what that other elevator was. I guess when I can actually open those boxes, I'll come back. And then we can find out. No, elevator. Yeah, we're playing Terraria now. Now here's my question. If you guys like pasta, and you eat pasta, do you like heavy sauce or light sauce? This looks like a boss. Up an attack up one. Oh, yeah. Ooh, hello there. Kinda get lost in the sauce.
敵本体にエネルギーシールドを確認。物理防御シールドを確認。報告。遠距離攻撃。近接攻撃ともに効果なし。
どうすれば。
本工場から大量のエネルギー供給を確認。推奨。エネルギー供給源の破壊。
ナイエス、今遭遇してる大型機械生命体が。
大丈夫です。モニターしてました。工場の電力を落とします。
お願い。
システム掌握率 80%。
So we just have to survive for a second.
あと少しです。
You can't fall off, can you?
90%、92、95、98。
It's crazy it has a shield like
電
that.
源供給を停止させました。2B。
敵機械生命体のシールド解除を確認。
Oh my god, that was honestly not that bad of a boss, but I kind of just sat there and dodged everything in front of its face. I'm glad Pascal is safe. I have a really bad feeling that they're gonna make Pascal give a sacrifice. I don't know why, but it's just a hunch. Just a really big hunch that they're making us love Pascal. For a tragedy. Oh, we're back to the Northern Levy. Well. Normal. Let's just get going. What's really weird, because it feels like all of them are being affected, and I thought they were out of system. You know what I mean? I thought they left the system. But now they're all kind of stuck together once again. No! No! No, that's not how it works. I won't let it happen. I'll do it. Then you can go to Valhalla. Instead of whatever you planned on. Man, this is what happens when robot... This is what happens when they disconnect from the network. Oh my goodness.
いやー、ひどい目に遭いましたね。しかし、あの廃工場の地下にあんな巨大
Yeah, I didn't realize it was so big.
いつかまた調査しなくてはなりませんね。その時は 2B さんとまたご一緒できれば。
断る。
Oh, I would go. It'd be a bit of a hassle, but I would go.
私はレジスタンスキャンプに行く。パスカルはどうする？
私は自分の村に帰ります。村の撮影をしなくてはいけないので。
そう。
Bye, Pascal.
レジスキャンプ。
通信状況が悪い。
電波障害を確認。
Oh, Adam. Or I guess it's Eve.
機械生命
Eve is probably sending machines.
要請頼む。
急ごう。
I just need one peaceful moment, and then we're gonna save. But until then, we're playing. I'm using a hero stick for a reason. Yeah, I bet you guys are like, wow, you dodged that thing that popped up on like frame 1 and you didn't, and we didn't even see it, but you somehow managed to dodge it. You're so cool. But no, that was an accident. It just so happens I was dodging at the exact same moment one of them did that. I know signs for it though now, so. Yeah, this is the Monster Pikachu. And they're respawning. I don't like the respawning bit. Yukina, I can't believe you had to watch this. It's so brutal. And I can't believe Angles is dead. Are those golden robots still there by chance? Probably not. Oh, there's so many robots. Is this where Volt Self starts becoming important? Oh, the golden robots are gone. Maybe it's just because of the scenario. I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna run. There's a lot to kill, and it'd be better if
機械
I...
生命体の数が増えてる。
原因不明。
バンカーにレーザー通信での呼びかけを継続。
了解。
I'm gonna just go over here. It looks like the boost is fine. Oh, I dropped my controller. Oh, okay. That's terrifying. Eating people alive is not good.
トゥービー、
大丈夫？
急に奴らがキャンプになだれ込んできて応戦したんだが銃が効かないんだ。
敵個体からエネルギーシールドを確認。
I just made my senpai bald and then she got ready to brain after him, a terrible kohai.
分かった。あなたは他のアンドロイドを退避させて。
頼む。
Are these the shields they're referring to, or do they simply just mean... Or do they mean like literal shields? Also, that guy kind of looks like a zombie. I always just scared, but... I love this sphere, man. Once you get used to it, it just gives you so much movement. Oh yeah, they do just have shields. I think that's what they meant. Wasn't there? Yeah, there was a big one right here. What was that? I just used my room bot to shoot it? Yeah, also they were all eating people. I think there's something wrong with these robots. I'm not 100%. I could be wrong, but I think there's something wrong with that.
ありがとうトゥービー、助かったよ。
一体何が？
わからない。奴ら急にこの拠点に攻め込んできて。
何？
キャンプの外から聞こえたぞ。
I have a feeling I won't have a peaceful moment for a while. Oh.
またこいつか。
Is electrifying the water, so I don't think I want to go in there. Oh, there we go.
警告。周辺の機械生命体が当地域に集結中。
これじゃキリがない。
予測。敵大型兵器が避けることにより周囲の機械生命
It's
体
gonna
を呼び寄せている。
explode. Why do I have a feeling it's gonna explode? I'll explode it.
トゥービー。
Dude, they really are made for each other. They both do that.
命中してよかった俺は
全部破壊してやる
Oh yeah, he's mad bad. Oh my god, it's a ball of robots.
トゥービー、大丈夫？
大丈夫。この化け物を倒す。
分かった。
It's a literal ball of your robots. Oh, now he's just a bot. Oh god. This is the time for projectiles shield, isn't it? They translated monster to bastard. They did. There's been a few times like that where they've translated things and it's just been kind of wrong. Okay. I was gonna say that's not it. There was one where they were talking about the factory, or it was something about the factory, and 2B just said, was like factory, and then they translated it to, like, are you sure, or something weird.
どうすれば。
2B さん、聞こえますか？ 2B さん、私たちの村が。
パスカル、聞こえる。くそ。
Okay, this threat is never gonna end. I just need to find a safe point. They're relatively not right. That's why I think that's a good example of why I think the English version of the game is probably like missing out on some things. Oh, that's interesting. I learned how to do it again, I think. Oh, that's blocked off. We have to go the long way. Got it. No, don't 07 Pascal. That's gonna make it sound like he's dying. And if he's dying, I'm gonna be really sad.
NieR さん、ネットワークにぶら下がっている機械生命体が全部暴走したらしく、村の入り口を封鎖して応戦しているのですが、私たちの武装では。
まずこいつを排除する。
Is it gonna be a melee enemy or is this a... Oh my god, I don't know. Oh, just okay. Another machine core.
何があったんだ？
ネットワークに接続されている全ての機械生命体が一斉に暴走したんです。おそらく全体を統括しているユニットが暴走したかと。
イブって機械生命体だ。
その統括しているユニットを破壊すれば全体の活動が停止するの？
おそらく。
ポット、イブの位置を特定できる？
報告。位置はすでに特定。地図にポイント完了。
私たちがイブを倒す。
パスカルは村を守ってて。
This isn't the end of the game, is it?
お気をつけて。
姉ちゃん、姉ちゃん、姉ちゃん、姉ちゃん。
これは広範囲に強制通信をまき散らしているみたいです。おそらくこの強力な通信が敵の機械生命体を凶暴にさせているんだと思います。イブを探し出して破壊しましょう。
了解。
You know what? We should probably resolve this, but I think we're gonna stop here. Because then we have a really good thing to do next time. Or no. Oh no, yeah, I need to transfer to the factory. We always end by sleeping on a bit. Tell me to go to a bunker and then we'll dejet. So, well, you know, we'll do it next time. On Friday. I feel really bad for him. It's combative in emotion. I both feel bad for Ease because the only existence like him, his brother, is dead now. And I also don't feel bad because they were trying to kill us. And it's ridiculous to be like that. You have to die, and then if you don't die and you fight to the death, then we're also gonna try and kill you because you killed the person dear to me, which I understand. But here's the raid message as always.